Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 five-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
So I had this thing going. We're back on radio. Back in the day, I would always listen to baseball games on my Walkman, with a cassette player.
And the tuner radio.
Right, and I would always, when they went digital, that's when you really busted out. But I would go to Circuit City, and then I would get the plan, the insurance, and I would just get a new one every year. I had it down as a kid. Anyway.
You know how to game the system.
Know how to play the game. Don't let the urge to sing along to that catchy tune distract you from that truck drifting toward your lane or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006 because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't get you. Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IIHS Top Safety Awards from 2006 to 2024. You ever get that gift where you feel like a little kid again and you're jumping up and down because you're so happy that you got that cool gift?
Takes you back.
A.J. Brown of the Eagles just got one of those cool gifts. This will play better on TV than on radio, but this is A.J. Brown. All right, he's shaking up that box. He got that delivery, and it says, I hope you all love this video as much as I enjoyed opening it. Appreciate you for everything, big bro. So he's shaking up this box. He's so excited to open up what's in this box. What is in this box? Is it a new Walkman?
What's
no,
in the box?
It's a Tom Brady jersey.
Signed.
That Brady autographed. Okay? A.J. Brown looks like a 10-year-old kid. Looks like
so
my
hyped right
nephew
now.
when he got a Jamar Chase jersey. Yes, my 10-year-old nephew's a Bengals fan, not a Browns fan. Don't ask. It's a long story. We don't have enough time.
Probably
Maybe
better.
Friday.
AJ's throwing up the Wakanda Forever X. He's kissing the sky. He's, slapping himself in the chest.
My man wants to be on the Patriots so bad. Literally, Mike Vrabel make the call and he will come.
Chris, had QB12 still played for the Patriots, then yeah, I'm sure that would be the case. But
that's how you, the New Englander, looks at it. Everybody wants to be us, right? The average fan would look at it like, wow, what a heartening moment that this professional athlete who makes $30 million a year still deep down inside is a little kid. Right? And still has the admiration, and he still lives in the moment and realizes how cool it is to play this game. But you look at it as, no, everybody wants to come play for the Patriots.
No, I look at it as one of the things I will never forgive Bill for, taking to kill Harry over him in the draft.
So
That was really dumb.
Bill didn't draft wide receivers well.
He did not.
And he took N'Keal Harry at the bottom of the 32nd pick in the first round, and the big ASU guy simply couldn't separate at the next level. Shocker.
Was always injured.
Was always injured as well. Have you ever had that reaction as an adult for a gift?
Ooh, as an adult.
Or as a kid?
Yeah, getting the first Nintendo, that was probably pretty amazing. In 1987, 88, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of those first kind of
Tecmo,
moments.
Zelda, Contra,
Mario,
all the big RBI
games.
Baseball. Yeah. Was always great with those. Jay?
I had Luke Robitaille give me some gloves once.
Oh, nice.
We played. His publicist had a skate. We were all there. But he gave them to me because he didn't like them. He's like, yeah, these aren't for me. But I was like, yes.
That's pretty amazing.
I thought they were amazing, but not up to his part.
Do you use them forever?
Yeah.
You used them?
Yeah, still got them.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's cool.
TJ.
Oh, man, I've had just sports-wise, just especially around the studio, bro. There's just so many different items that we've been fortunate enough to get signed in here. I mean, I have an old seat from Texas Stadium signed by Aikman,
that's cool.
Smith, and Irvin. You know, I have WWE belts signed by Ric Flair and CM Punk.
But that wasn't a gift that somebody offered you.
Yeah, we're talking like a gift.
Like a gift that, no, I mean, I can't think. I can remember the one time I got super happy to get something, and Brockman can attest to this. It wasn't a gift, but Jodie Foster being on this show, who I love, and Silence of the Lambs I love, so I got her to autograph Silence of the Lambs movie poster, and I truly geeked out to the point where she wrote "Don't bug out" because I told her I'm bugging out right now meeting you. So she
and we're not talking Tribe Called Quest bugging out. We're talking like the bug. Yeah, okay.
So she literally just wrote in there "Don't bug out" because I was tripping, bro.
That's pretty cool.
So it wasn't a gift that someone gave me, but a gift I received from someone who I truly like. So
I'll be honest with you. When I threw out the first pitch a couple of years ago at a Guardians game, and they gave me the jersey with my name on the back, I didn't have that AJ Brown reaction.
It's pretty neat.
But that
had to be
was
sick.
That was kind of
sick.
cool.
To see Siciliano on the back of dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, years ago, like 2016, the Browns sent a jersey with my name on it. They sent it to a bunch, like Chris Rosegow and all the national media that were Browns fans, right? And it was the year 16 was the number, and it had your name, and I was going to frame it. My brother goes, dude, 0-16, like, why would you ever want to remember that season? Well, my name's always like, I don't care. I don't care. Put it away.
Your brother, Debbie Downer. Come on.
Put it away.
Where's it at now?
Why can't we have nice things, everybody?
Don't let the urge to sing along to that catchy tune distract you from that truck drifting towards your lane or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006 because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't get you. Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IIHS Top Safety Awards from 2006 to 2024.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-231-3322. 800-231-3322.
Paid for by Wesley Finance.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
New cornerbacks coach at East Carolina is Teron Williams. What some of the other Pirates in your room and just what they bring to the table as far as the corners go?
Absolutely. We'll talk about Tamir Brown.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys that's an older guy. And when I tell you athletic, smooth, he is a extremely talented young man. And I thoroughly enjoyed getting to know Tamir this spring. And he is coming along really, really well.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, who are the people that need these services?
If you have arthritis, partial ligament tears, bulging or herniated discs in your back or neck, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, and other joint and soft tissue issues, come see us at QC Kinetics and we can get you back in the game of life without surgery, drugs, or downtime.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to
to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear,
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates.
Your radio home for the NCAA tournament is Pirate Radio.
Big step down the lane, runner for the win. Big it in! He banked it in! He banked it in! And Maryland has won! Maryland is going to the Sweet 16!
From the first 4 to the final 4, we've got you covered.
Love dribbling right, gets around middle to the rim for the right-hand jam! Caleb Love, the right-hand spike!
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, your radio home for the NCAA tournament.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Big now.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett. Hey. And we got left side. Strong side. He's like an Incredible Hulk when the temperature goes up. He gets angry. You don't want to make me warmer.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, Sean.
Brett, you need to write a song called Super.
He's a great communicator.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
Good to see you too, Clip. And to all the discount people that have replaced the people I knew here at Pirate Radio.
Wow.
Welcome.
Wow.
Discount Chandler, discount Big Dog.
Big Dog really shrunk.
Anthony Santander.
If it wasn't funny, then let's blame it on the duck.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, new open alert. Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM. In Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And you can come hang out with us on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Man, we got a ton going on there, including a busy midweek for ECU baseball. You can find all of the post-game interviews and coverage there at Pirate Radio. Also, Echo, spring football. As we'll have more comments coming up on Friday from Blake Harrell and a couple of Pirate players. So you can find that at Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Got guests to get to today. Ken Watlington. Yes, it is Thursday. He switched with Zach Kaplan. Ken Watlington will join us coming up in about 20 minutes or so. Some guy named Troy Dreyfus will be here. Former owner of Pirate Radio, host of Live at 5 and the Press Box and other things, to talk about Pirate Fest going on this Saturday. Big weekend in Greenville, North Carolina. Troy D will be here at 4 o'clock. Ron Lievense is hanging up the coach's whistle after multiple decades as the coach of Barton College. They won a national championship. man, was that like 17, 18 years ago at this point? When Anthony Atkinson, can you get that clip, Shirley? I want to play that multiple times on today's show. We've got it somewhere with Ian Eagle on the call. But Ron Lievense has announced his retirement as the Barton head coach. We'll talk some basketball with him later on in the show. And Coach Hud, Greg Hudson, will be here as well, former ECU defensive coordinator. We got Shirley Rhodes. We've got Logan, the Clark Kent of Pirate Radio. We've got Will, the Chill, and intern Grayson here on a Thursday. We've got Jarrett, head of the table. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey.
And left side.
Strong side.
What's up, everybody?
This pollen.
Oh, yeah?
It's kicking my butt today.
And also, like Rob Thomas said, man, it's a hot one.
I know he said smooth. I don't remember him saying it's a hot one.
It's at the beginning of the song.
Okay.
And it's a hot one.
Okay. All right. I need to pay attention more.
And with the Barton basketball coach retiring, I guess you could say Ron Lievense. See you later.
Jarrett's on fire.
Off to a hot start. Man.
And if he didn't fix that phone, you could have heard it multiple times because it would have echoed throughout the show. We'll check in with Chat Gang real quick. Steve says, "Ayo."
Hey, yo.
Joel says, "Echo, echo." Steve says, "Echo, echo, echo." Jamie says, "Hey now."
Hey now.
Joel says, "All right."
All right.
Steve said, "Ion Eagle," which is the way Chandler
Used to say his name.
But you have grown, you've matured.
And now I say Iron Eagle.
Oh, man. Way to go. All right. Shirley, do you have the clip of Anthony Atkinson winning the... Man, this I need this because as a sports fan, I give up pretty quickly. My team gets down. I'm like, well, this one's over.
Anthony Atkinson.
But this is down 10 with 45 seconds. I don't know how much we have of the comeback, but awesome moment. Barton wins the national championship. Let's hear it, Charlie.
Here comes Atkinson. 15 seconds left. 75-73. Atkinson in the front court. Works against Henderson. On a drive. Scoops it up. Good. And the game is tied. A reverse banker by Atkinson ties it 75-75. Malvin to the front court. Has it stolen. Here's Atkinson. 1 second left. He lays it up. And in. It counts. And Barton has won the Division II National Championship. And once again, it was the hero, the man who gets it done late, Anthony Atkinson. And David has knocked out Goliath again. The Bulldogs have the heart of a lion.
What a great call.
But that was not Iron Eagle.
Okay.
Did you think it was?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying it was a great call.
Because I did promote it as that. Let me see if I can find his here. Incredible moment, though, down the stretch. I can hear it's a lot of music. Hits the layup at the buzzer. For him to recognize the clock, and Ron Lievense will talk about that with us later on in the show, but looks up, got the ball at half court with like 3 seconds, and somehow gets the layup off just in the nick of time. It was beautiful.
I watched Anthony Atkinson play basketball.
Live in Minges?
No, at the RBC Center.
With the
Harlem Globetrotters.
Wow.
He was a Globetrotter.
They'll be in town soon.
His nickname was Ant.
They'll be in town soon?
Or were they already here?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, we gave away tickets.
I think they already were here.
Oh.
All right.
I think that
we're up to date on the Globetrotter.
I think that event is done and dusted.
I took the Generals anyway, so.
Plus the points.
Plus 50,000.
They were due.
Have you ever seen the Globetrotters live?
No.
You have any interest?
No.
I've seen it a couple times.
Well, so you've been multiple times.
I think so.
Because I feel like the Harlem Globetrotters is something you see once, and there's no need to go again.
Yeah, it's a show. It's like, or a movie. Like, there's some movies you want to watch again. There's some movies you're like, I'm good with seeing this one time. Have you watched Dear Zachary yet?
I'm getting there. I think you told me to watch that like a year and a half ago.
At least. And you said, and I bring it up because you said you were going to.
Yeah, and I never said when.
Why don't you just tell me you're not going to do it?
No, I never said when. I'm going to watch it.
If you say
Is it still on Netflix?
I'm not going to watch it, I'll never ask you again. Are you going to watch it?
Sure.
What is this movie about?
It's a documentary. It's one of those that you only watch once.
Yeah, I'm out.
I heard you the first time.
Not a big doc guy.
All right, dude.
He told you twice.
I'm out.
I don't care.
All right, Shark Tank.
I think I might be out on a movie that is coming out.
Come on, man. Give it a chance.
They're rebooting Naked Gun.
Oh, no.
No.
No. Please. No.
Please. No.
Be quiet.
No. Please, everyone be quiet.
So it's Liam Neeson?
Yeah, man.
Who's playing the role of him? Or who's playing his role?
He is playing.
Wait, what are you asking?
Wait. Naked Gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's playing, what's that guy's name again?
Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah, who is playing his character?
So in the first three, he was Frank Drebin. In this one, Liam Neeson is Frank Drebin Jr.
Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson?
He's got comedy chops.
I don't know if he's got the Drebin chops.
Nobody has.
Are they doing this because their names kind of sound familiar?
It'll confuse Chandler.
No.
I don't think I can do it, man.
Nah, man. I'm kind of scared to watch Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, well, that's just because all the Adam Sandler movies recently have been terrible.
Recently? They've all kind of, sucked. Let's be honest.
They're funny.
They were funny when we were kids.
They're still funny. They're funny now.
Funny how? But man, I don't know. Like Naked Gun is some of the first comedy I watched on film, and really shaped me into the idiot I am today.
Don't call me Shirley.
Was Airplane, but you're on the right track.
Sorry. Same guy though.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Same. All right, dude. Enough.
Seriously.
I'm not telling you because we've already
Leslie
told you,
Nielsen?
and you should know it. Yes.
Okay.
Show a little respect, man.
I'm trying to figure out his name. You threw Liam. What's his name?
All right, man. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna give you about a 2-minute timeout. Let's kind of regroup, okay?
Sorry.
All right. We cut Chandler for a couple minutes. Jamie says, curious. Is J-Bone a documentary fan?
I'm out.
Why do you not like? You don't like any documentaries?
I mean, I like some documentaries, but I like a movie. I like a motion picture. I don't really like a lot of interviews and hey, we figured out this and that. Not in.
A little bit of this.
Yeah.
We figured this out.
I like big sharks.
You like big sharks and you cannot lie.
Yes.
So you're an action guy?
I'm an everything guy except for documentaries. I like a mockumentary. Those are fun.
All right. So you don't like 30 for 30s?
Well, that's not like you said it's like a film. Like film documentaries, not like if it's on ESPN, yeah, I like that. I'll watch.
So what do you want, commercials in it? I can throw some commercials, some ads. There's sports documentaries with interviews and figuring this out.
You know what? I don't like those either.
Okay. Just need you to stand on it.
I don't really like sports movies in general, unless it's like Major League.
Sports comedies?
Yeah.
Now, I have not watched We Are Marshall or Miracle because, okay, I know those stories.
I'd rather watch the game than you tell me a story about the game.
Yeah. Chandler, I'm going to bring you back in. Probably a little early, so it's risky, but what's up, bud?
Hey, man, I was just going to say, if you want commercials and advertisement, I'll go out and sell it. Salesman.
All right. Pirates win last night.
Yes, sir.
What stood out, J-Bone, about ECU's victory over the Phoenix of Elon?
What really has stood out for a lot of the last couple weeks is Braden Burris. And just always on base. Just, I don't know. Just the fight he has in him, the aggressiveness, the way he attacks. Just
Overused term, but does he have the dog in him?
Yeah.
He's got the dog.
He's definitely got the dog.
And being like a local guy, I asked him last night, what does it mean to you to become a fan favorite for a school you grew up watching?
Great question.
And yeah, he said, I got a picture from when I was a kid with Petey the Pirate and a shirt that said, "Doubt Me."
That's cute.
Yeah.
dang, this man had the dog in him as a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Doubt me.
Yeah.
Doubt me.
Also, Sean Jenkins stood out. He had a pretty impressive outing after being taken away from the starting Saturday spot, going into the bullpen the last couple weeks. He's really seemed to have bounced back.
5-game week. If you can get 4 1/3 out of a starter on a Wednesday, that's solid because you obviously want to limit your pitchers. And seeing some guys that Cliff's going to count on, Lance Williams, 2 1/3. Colby Wallace, he got touched up a little bit, I guess. Gave up a dinger.
Yeah, but then he responded with a dinger of his own.
3 strikeouts as well for Colby.
And when Braden Burris, you were mentioning him earlier, when he gets on base, most of the time he's going to get around.
Yeah.
28 total runs this year.
Well, dude, I mean, last night he gets nailed in the head, gets the walk, and then it seems like 10 seconds later he's on third. Just off a steal, then a wild throw. The guy just doesn't stop.
He leads the Pirates in hits, runs, and it looks like batting average. No, sorry, just hits and runs.
It was batting average. Who leads now?
I was looking at slugging percentage. Go ahead and turn my mic.
Just 30 seconds this time. All right, we got FAU coming up this weekend at Clark LeClaire Stadium. East Carolina has won 5 in a row and are 20-10. So that number in the record win-loss column looking a lot better.
13-2 in the last 15, doing pretty good. I'm excited for this weekend because from what I've read and heard, it's supposed to be a good pitching battle, which means quick games.
I like that. And then everybody looking forward to next Tuesday when East Carolina hosts the Wolfpack of NC State.
Chandler?
I'm bringing you back, Chandler.
What colors are you going to be wearing out there?
It's so funny.
So,
of course.
I mean, I am a realist. I understand. And in my own life, I grew up a North Carolina fan. We talked to Rajay Harris. He liked Duke basketball growing up. We got a freaking intern here wearing a Duke shirt today. That is what it is.
I used to grind my gears when I used to see other students, other peers of mine on campus.
I don't like it, but then again, I'm wearing a UNLV hat today, which is another institution. So am I hypocritical?
You're not a student here.
True.
Anymore.
I'm an alum.
You're an alum.
I got Toledo gear, so yeah, I mean.
But,
why?
Cool school.
Like growing up, the East Bay magazine, which was like before you could just go to the website, you'd get a magazine.
I used to look at the East Bay magazine.
Man, had all the shoes and jerseys and everything. But I had basketball shorts from like 8 different teams at UConn, at Clemson. Why? Just because I thought they looked cool.
Yeah, I do have Kansas basketball shorts.
As do I. Thanks to a friend of a friend of a friend of Joe Dooley. Shout out Joe Dooley. Shout out Coach Ivory.
Shout out.
Shout out to the swag.
Why was I making that point? I don't remember. But
NC State coming to town.
NC State's coming to town.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I was making the point. I saw intern Hayden light the post or something. I was like, I've never looked at Hayden's Facebook. Clicked on it. I went a couple of scrolls. Second picture, her and Kevin Keats. Holding up Wolfpack signs.
Oh no!
We're gonna have to address that with Hayden and find out.
I mean, I like Stay a little bit.
My daddy likes Stay.
He loved Kevin Keats.
Anthony Santander.
My mama likes the Pirates.
Is anything bad going on in the world? Because Nick Castellanos is up to bat.
He grounds out, so everybody's safe at the moment, except for him.
Hey now.
That's pretty good. What's going on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubuck? Some NFL news. Joe Milton traded.
Yeah, and also one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league extended about 10 minutes ago.
Well, the top 5 quarterbacks in the league are Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow,
Lamar Jackson,
and Jaden Daniels.
Geno Smith.
So which one out of those 5 guys?
Geno Smith got a 2-year extension.
You will not be here tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Next time you're here on an NFL Friday, we're going to list all the starters and see actually where Gino ranks.
I would say 16 to 18. I think top 20 is at least.
All right. You know what? We might do that today.
Now, you mentioned...
Because I love doing that.
You mentioned Joe Milton going to the Cowboys.
Briefly, I did.
But did you see that I took a picture?
The glory hole days are back.
With Savone Revel. And I really like him to be a Cowboy coming up in this year's draft.
I want me some glory hole.
Also, a lot of Savone Revel talk in Raider Nation today.
Now, Savone...
That's a picture. Who cares?
Savone, do you know what a glory hole is? That's when you strike it rich. That oil. We want you to be the oil of our operation, our defense.
There's a very low percentage that we draft you. We just wanted you to come see the star.
So there's a very low percentage.
Where did the Cowboys pick?
14?
Yeah.
Something like that. 10, maybe.
Have you been looking at mocks?
Yeah, I saw one today, Savone at 37 to the Raiders.
Ooh.
On Tankathon. So, pretty excited there. I think Field Yates had him going 23 to the Packers, I think.
Okay.
But I think he slips early second to the Giants, Jags, or Raiders.
The price of being picked that high in the second round, going to an awful team.
Yeah.
But that's the way it works. And it's their job to make those teams better. Will,
what's up, bro?
He'd fit right into our defense because he's
the only cornerback you would have?
Say that again.
Because he's the only cornerback you would have?
No, we have Paulson Adebo and Deontay Banks.
Duh.
But my point was, we don't blitz a lot anymore, apparently. So we need corners that are tall, fast, and can stay with receivers 25, 30 yards down the field on every play, and he's one of those guys, at least before the injury.
I'm excited to see him, man. I mean, still the image of him picking it off against App and taking it 50 whatever yards. That was one of his last plays.
The last big play we saw from him.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL that week.
I want to see more of that. I love a tall receiver. I love a tall corner.
And we got one in Savone Revel.
I don't want him to go to Dallas.
No.
And I actually don't want him either. But we just want him here.
Why don't you want him, Jerry?
I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why. But I think we're looking at something else.
You can tell me. I won't tell anybody.
Are you sure?
What are you going to draft? What do you want?
A long snapper, and his name is Alex Harper.
Yeah, I'm a former long snapper.
Now, you be careful with them women you got there, Jerry, because Alex Harper.
I smash anybody's grandma.
I heard he likes to smash anybody's grandma. And that's why we want to take him.
So do you not want Savone because the measurements aren't up to your standard?
Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de gloria.
Nah, Jerry. Don't say that.
8.5.
No, Jerry. That's a great joke, Jared. That's one a good one to go to break on.
Yeah.
Red Sox 7, Orioles 3 in the 8th inning.
Guess who was starting today for the Orioles?
Guess who was starting today for the Orioles?
In fact, he's only a couple of years away from being the only athlete in baseball, probably, that you would be younger than.
The only athlete in baseball.
Charlie Morton.
Charlie Morton.
How in the hell, with those words you said, did I get that? I don't know, but we just know each other. We finish each other's
sentences,
sandwiches.
Rockies trailing the Phillies 2-0 in the 8th inning. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
We'll take a break, come back. Ken Watlington joins us after this.
Riley's Army, our mission is to provide support to children with cancer and their families in North Carolina. From emotional support to financial assistance, we are here to ensure no family faces this journey alone. Guided by faith and a commitment to love and service, Riley's Army invites you to join us. Volunteer, donate, or spread the word. Together we can make a lasting difference. Visit RileysArmy.com to learn more. That's RileysArmy.com.
Greenville, are you ready for the biggest beauty event of the year? Beauty Bar Medi Spa Spring Extravaganza is coming soon. From March 24th to April 4th, get exclusive savings on Botox, fillers, skin bead, painless laser hair removal, advanced lasers, and more. Expert care, stunning results, a glow you'll love. This is your time to shine. Appointments fill up fast. Call at 252-752-1406 or visit beautybarmedispa.com to book your free consultation today. Beauty Bar Medi Spa, where confidence begins.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier. Warm up with our winter savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Plan your winter escape and save up to 20% off. The premier vacation destination on the Crystal Coast is nestled on 10 acres and overlooks the Rachel Carson Reserve, home to 30 wild horses. Discover why Beaufort was named the best small town for adventure by USA Today when you stay at the Beaufort Hotel, where your Outer Banks adventure begins. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
This is Holt Nailers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Overtime Tavern is now open at 1011 South Charles Boulevard. Come in for great food, cold drinks, and all of the game day action. Swing in today and try their Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, mouth-watering burgers, and delicious wings. They are open until midnight, Sunday through Thursday, and open late until 3 a.m. on the weekend. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. Chronic joint pain hovers. You never know when it is going to rear its ugly head, and that goes for David Garrard too. This is why the medical professionals at QC Kinetics take their job so seriously. When they treat patients like David Garrard, they are delivering long-term relief. Treatments without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today. 252-765-PAIN. That's 252-765-PAIN. Now back into PRL. Here's a clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Thank you, Grayson. We got Will, Logan, Shirley, Bone,
yeah,
Chan Man.
In the building.
He's been to timeout twice already on today's show. And Ken Watlington, head of the table. What's up, Ken?
What it do?
Grayson mentioned overtime last night. Man, we had a fun night last night. I hate that you guys missed it.
I got there about like 9:20, figuring y'all would be wrapping things up, and you were already gone.
Really? At 9:20?
Well, it was either like 9:20 or 9:30.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
I just missed you.
I must have just left.
Everybody that was playing, everybody that was playing was still there.
Yeah. Well, and so we only had 3 regular teams because of ECU baseball took away some folks, but we had 3. We had one partly half regular team and then 2 kind of college kid teams.
Yeah.
And they enjoyed it. And then by the end of it, like 2 other tables had come in and just started playing late. So like it was fun. Your team, without you, Jarrett, had a perfect game.
I hear. That's what I heard.
So I don't know what that says about you.
Well, hold on. I mean, in my defense, we've been very close to perfect games all year on Wednesdays. So,
also met a guy with a kind of a troll burner account that is friends with Alex Flynn, and he's like, "Hey, Clip, remember when the guy called in the 5th quarter about the Shark Flynn?" And I was like, I didn't, but I was like, yeah, I remember that. Was that you? And he was like, well, yeah, but can you take a picture with me doing a fin on your head and I'll send it to Alex Flynn? I was like, yeah, I'd love to. So we did that. And then I guess it was in a group chat because Nashad Strother sent a text back of him doing the fin.
No.
So that was weird. Then I met Philly Trash Lane.
That's my boy.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
Saw him at baseball yesterday.
Yeah. And talked with him for a little while. So.
Had a sick polo on.
I didn't notice.
Oh, okay. It's the first thing I noticed when I saw Lane. I said, that polo is sweet, brother.
Speaking of sweet polo.
Up on your haberdashery. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I guess.
Ken, you look like I don't know, you're on the Hurricanes medical staff.
Well, yeah, Dr. Watt. I figured I'd break it out. The Canes clinched last night, took it to the Caps, fighting all over the place.
Oh, I'm glad you're here because was it Monday or Tuesday? It was earlier this week. I was looking around and said the Canes are playing good, right? And nobody followed hockey. So I'm glad.
Yes.
But they have been on a tear.
They've been on a tear since March 1st. The month of February, they were awful.
Yeah.
That makes 7 straight seasons, right?
7 straight seasons to the playoffs.
After missing it for 10.
Yep. So the month of the month of February they were bad. The month of March they were really good, and so far in April they've been good.
They made the big trade and then got rid of that guy.
Yep.
And
then it's 2 little trades you didn't really think any of. You know, Janky and Stanky come in and they're playing well, and some of the young guys like Jackson Blake, and then Seth Jarvis hit his 30-goal threshold last night. I mean, the Canes are fun.
I think kid's screwing with us. Those aren't real names.
No, those are not real.
Stankoven and Jankowski. Stanky and Janky.
I mean, Stanky and Janky, that would probably be me and somebody else's tag team name.
Is that a T-shirt yet?
It should be, right?
Yeah. If not,
let's make it happen.
I need to find that. Ken, I ordered, last week I ordered 2 T-shirts and realized I'm stuck in the 90s.
Okay.
I got a Crime Dog Fred McGriff shirt.
Nice.
And a Wu-Tang Clan shirt.
Wu-Tang is forever.
I'm in 1994 or 5 for my entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
The 90s were the best.
I'm not leaving. Yeah. Loved the 90s. Pirate baseball. Who said they saw Ken on the field yesterday?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. What were you doing on the field?
I played third base yesterday. Come on, man.
Once Colby
Are you the reason Cliff's pissed off all the time?
Yeah. Probably, actually. No, a good friend of mine threw out the first pitch for the game last night, so I went to support Emma Jane House, ECU graduate, now works for Bailey's Fine Jewelry up in Raleigh.
Whose house?
Her name.
Emma Jane House.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's
fill in the blank here.
Very cool. So, what were you, her pitching coach? Or?
No, I didn't do anything. I was just there to get shots and so she can put on social media, and basically.
Very cool.
I was her unpaid intern.
Was it a Steerike?
It was. Yeah. She threw a little Bailey's box. Like Bailey's Fine.
Everybody wants a Bailey's box.
Everybody wants one.
Well, there you go. She threw it and didn't knock anybody out.
Yeah.
Was there anything in the box?
I think
What
so.
was in the box?
$7 million in diamonds.
Go over there.
Don't you go look at it, though.
Yeah, the first pitch, I have not watched a single first pitch since it jumped the shark when they had Josh Graham throw out a first pitch.
Oh, wow.
You know what? I'm done with first pitches.
I've thrown out 2 in my lifetime.
And you had to announce him that day.
So
I remember this.
I did it, and I couldn't fully do what I wanted to do. If I'd have known I'd have been fired like a year later, I would have done whatever I wanted to do. But I did try to make it like I was surprised, and I was like, all right, dude, throwing out the first pitch.
Josiah Graham
is, and I paused and I went, Josh Graham? And
what did you want to do?
Yeah, exactly. That was going to be my question.
More like I don't know why he's out there.
They're just letting anybody do this, huh?
Yeah. Not sure what's going on. But anyway, Jamie says, don't you look in that box, Ken. Don't do it.
No, I didn't touch it.
Which he does not say in the movie. But
I know. We totally made that part up of 7. That's the director's cut.
Yeah.
Or the remake, like, Naked Gun.
How do you feel about that?
I'm torn. I'm like you.
You're like Natalie
it's one
Imbruglia.
of my exactly. It's one of my key childhood memories because it was on all the time on USA or something.
Yeah.
The remake is directed by Akiva Schaffer, who's one of the 3 guys from The Lonely Island, and I love The Lonely Island. So I want to see how it turns out.
And produced by Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, that's exactly. So, a lot of comedy chops are going into this, so maybe it'll be all right.
That's a good point. I, too, like The Lonely Island and watched plenty of Family Guy in my life. Liam Neeson's taking me out of it.
God, you need to look up, Liam Neeson on Ricky Gervais's show, Liam Neeson and Ted 2.
Boy, you really like them foreigners all of a sudden, huh?
I just don't like the Canadians.
If you're going to do a bit...
What is that a boot?
If you're gonna do a boot,
where you hate all foreigners, you
were treat me like this off air. It's a bit for on the show, but I feel like I'm ready to give it up with Liam Neeson now.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're.
Some
open.
people change, Clip.
What made you change?
Liam Neeson. Yeah, he has a specific set of skills.
He'll definitely say, "I will find you and I will kill you" in this movie.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They gotta do something with that. They made an OJ joke in the trailer.
Yeah, I love that.
That was really good.
I'll probably watch it.
I mean, I'll be opening night in the theaters.
Yep,
front and center, or maybe back and center.
What's your favorite spot in the theater?
Probably the middle center.
Hey, just don't sit behind Dave Coulier and Alanis Morissette, because things are happening.
Okay.
Boy, nobody's going to react.
I normally try to find the Pee Wee Herman chair, and
they ought to know.
Thank you, kid. Oh, did I just see Dave Coulier is, which I didn't know he had cancer or whatever, but I think he's good now, right?
Yeah, he's in remission.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he cut it out.
There, I saw
cut it out.
Saw that joke several times. What's your favorite spot in the theater? Did you answer the question? Yeah. I was too busy thinking about
middle center, and then I made a Pee Wee Herman joke.
How about you, Sean?
Nosebleeds.
Why?
I don't know.
You're just trying to be funny?
I really don't know. I don't go to the movies, but when I do.
What's the last movie you saw in the theater?
Oh, man. Insidious, maybe?
You're not a horror guy, are you?
It came out
I actually
15 years ago.
Ken, you go to the movies a lot?
Haven't been since COVID.
That was a terrible movie.
The last movie I saw is whatever the last Star Wars was. What was that called? The Last Jedi or something?
Oh, wow. Okay.
2019. I think I saw that. That was right around Christmas. And then COVID hits in March. And
went and saw Dennis.
I ain't been back since.
Saw what? Dennis the Menace?
Den of Thieves 2.
Not familiar.
I also saw Dennis the Menace. It was good. Yeah.
Mr.
Walter Matthau, I believe.
Now, Liam Neeson was actually in this one, too.
He was a menace. Jamie says these guys are on fire with the jokes, so we're entertaining one person out there.
That's all that matters. I've been tired and just beat all day.
I'm tired too, man.
As soon as that open went, I was ready to roll.
What open? Oh, the show open?
Yeah.
So when the bright lights come on, you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the cameras weren't quite ready. But other than that, we're knocking it out of the park today. Ken, how in the world can the Houston Cougars topple Duke? It's tough to see it happening.
Well,
they can't. Yeah, I'm worried about that too.
That was your pick pre-tournament, right? You were like, I'm like weeks ago. You were like, Houston's my team, right?
Well, yeah, it's a want thing
Right.
more than I thought
it's
they
a
could
want
get
more than a
here,
belief.
But this is the one. This is the White Walkers. This is the big war. This is the one I've been scared of.
Yeah, it's tough.
I was hoping somebody would knock out Duke before they got to Houston, but.
What's it going to take is just Duke. Everybody on the team has to have an off night, and that really hasn't happened all year.
So
they've won, 15 straight?
Yeah, and I don't follow college basketball as closely as I did, but I would say there were a lot of years where Duke was, if they're not hitting their threes, they're in trouble.
Right.
Last game, they didn't really shoot a ton of them because they bullied Alabama. Now, does that say more about Alabama and Will? I can't wait till Will and Greg Hudson talk in hour 3 about who's tough and who's not tough.
I have my presentation.
I bet you do.
No cards are ready.
But Alabama is not too interested in playing physical and stopping you. And Duke, they bullied them, which was very impressive. Oh, it kind of made me nervous for this Houston game because Houston is going to try to be the bully.
I saw a clip on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days today, of practice clips of Houston, and they're just diving for loose balls for no reason because that's what they're instilled to do, and they just have this tenacity and intensity. Now, you got to put the ball in the basket, so that's part of the game too, and Duke is very efficient on offense, and their defense has been lights out all year long, so it's probably one of the better Duke teams of all time. Maybe. I don't know if that's hyperbole.
As an old man, it's tough for me to say that, but remembering the Jay Williams teams and
the 91-92 back-to-back teams.
Grant Hill, Leitner, those teams. But, man.
This team they're legit.
I think if there's one team in the country who can beat Duke, it's Houston. Because then you get, think about the other teams in the Final Four. Houston can beat Auburn, even though they didn't earlier in the year. I feel like it's a completely different team. Houston can beat Florida. Houston can, I think, beat Duke. You can't say that about Florida and Auburn. I don't think Auburn at this stage in the game can beat Houston. I don't think they can beat Duke. I think they can beat Florida. I don't think they will.
Jamie's asking who is the weakest team left compared to the others. It sounds like you're saying Auburn.
I think Auburn.
Auburn. I'm sorry. Did I say it wrong? Auburn.
Auburn.
Oh, is that the way I pronounce it?
Yeah, you said Auburn.
Auburn.
I think Auburn is, I would say by a wide margin, the lesser of the four. I think Duke's on a different level than Florida and Auburn. I think Houston just is a good matchup for anybody. And Florida has Walter Clayton. So I think when you look at Auburn, if Janai Broome isn't putting up 25 and 15, they don't really have much of a shot at the other three teams in the Final Four.
It's a pretty awesome Final Four.
It's the best one in a really long time.
Since?
I don't know. I was going to look at the Final Four.
2009. I don't know. It's the only one I can really remember all four teams.
2008 was the last one when all the 1 seeds were in it, but I feel like we've had really good Final Fours.
That was also in San Antonio, as this Final Four is.
I've been asking what's the separator between Auburn and Florida, and I hear size and depth are the things, I guess, because somehow Florida has just an unlimited supply of white bigs.
Yep, they have.
Even when we played them,
cornered the market.
Yeah,
they have 3 currently, and they have Roman Chinyalu, who's probably the best rebounder out of all of them.
It's it's incredible. Just they bring 2 out and put 3 more in. And even when we played them a couple years ago, they did the same thing. I was like, where are all these guys coming from?
Europe.
Slovenia, yeah.
Duke is the only team I think that can match them big for big, and not in numbers, but Maluak, or however his name is pronounced, is
legit.
Unreal for a freshman.
So 2008 was Kansas,
Carolina, Memphis.
With Mario Chalmers.
I can't remember the fourth team.
Memphis with D Rose, Carolina, and UCLA. Oh. And UCLA had
Kevin
gone
Love.
to, was that their third Final Four?
Westbrook and Kevin Love?
That was their third straight Final Four.
No, they were both drafted in 08, so that, I believe.
Yeah.
So that stacked there. In the following year, North Carolina, Michigan State, UConn, Villanova.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of championships. I don't know. I can't remember the seeds on all those teams that year. I just remember I guess Villanova at that point had only won one national championship.
Let's see. In '99, when UConn beat Duke, that UConn team had a lot of pros. Duke obviously did. Michigan State and Ohio State. There's always like one kind of rando team in there, or that doesn't, like the year before that. Do you remember who was in the Final Four when North Carolina lost to Utah? So
that was '98.
Yeah. Kentucky won it all. Do you remember who they beat in the Final Four? Casey Jacobson might have played. It was Stanford. Again, like there's always one rando team. Yeah. '97.
Carolina, Arizona,
Kentucky, who played Arizona in the championship, and Minnesota was that other team.
Really?
Yeah. So there you go.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm like Ken. I know more about those days than I do the last 5 years.
Yeah, I've been lost this entire conversation.
Naming Florida players. In 96.
Did you see Marcus Camby?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And Lou Rowe?
Mississippi State was 96.
Eric Dampier?
That's not right, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of do remember things. Kentucky won back-to-back.
Yeah. That's vacant.
Back-to-back.
No?
No, because Arizona beat them in 97.
Yeah, you're right.
Kentucky won 96.
Arkansas won in 93.
94, because UCLA won in 95.
Arkansas beat Duke.
UCLA beat
Certainly Duke is Duke.
Arkansas. No. I don't know. Oklahoma State.
All right, kid.
Let's just name every D1 school.
UCLA beat Arkansas.
So Calipari was the coach at UMass.
I'll kill you, Calipari.
I'll kill you, Calipari. I just found out.
That was on today, that 30 for 30. I was at lunch with my parents at Kickback Jacks, and it's playing. I'm like, there you go.
I'm out.
Sports documentary.
Wait, what was the documentary?
I don't know, but it was about Calipari, and it showed them getting into
I'll kill you, Calipari.
But I just found out that Calipari and Kim Watlington have something in common.
That's right. We went to the same college.
I did not know he went to UNCW.
Y'all roommates?
Yeah.
John Calipari went to UNCW.
He didn't graduate from there, but he played his first 2 years
basketball.
at UNCW, then transferred to Clarion up in
Damn
Pennsylvania.
portal.
He started the damn.
He did.
Hey, could you not bring up 30 for 30s? Jarrett doesn't like documentaries.
I know. That's why I did it.
He finds them
That's
offensive.
so weird.
He finds them
Jarrett.
offensive.
I find you offensive for finding it offensive.
Hey.
It's an Eminem line, by the way.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, Ken will name all the Final Fours of the late 80s.
And every
We had Indiana win it in 81, North Carolina in 82. What's that school in Raleigh?
All right, Ken, let's name the most outstanding player of the Final Four. When Michigan won it in 89, it was?
Clint Rice.
It was. Man, UNLV's would be tough because it was not Larry Johnson or Stacey Augmon or Greg Anthony. It was Anderson Hunt. Remember that name?
Never.
Duke won back-to-back. They had a guard and a forward win it. Who were they?
Thomas Davis.
No.
Bobby Hurley.
Yeah. And Christian Laettner.
Certainly.
Who was the three-point shooter that won for North Carolina in 93?
That would be Garner's finest, Donald Williams.
It was. Corliss Williamson won for Arkansas. I like Corliss Williamson.
Scotty Thurman.
When he played for the Kings, he had an NWO hat in his locker.
Okay.
They were doing an interview,
this
and you
guy's
could see
awesome.
behind him in his locker, and he was NWO for life. Scotty Thurman could shoot.
Good. Lights out.
You remember Lee Mayberry and Todd Mayday for Arkansas in the early 90s?
Yeah. They were good.
Let's take a break. Back with you after this.
Ahoy Greenville! Prepare to set sail for the 18th annual Pirate Fest on Saturday, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Greenville Town Common. The festivities begin at 11 a.m. with the Parade of Pirates. Then beginning at 1 p.m., it's great beach music from the Embers. At 3 p.m., Cooper Greer takes the stage. And at 5 p.m., it's Captain Mike and Shipwrecked with a Jimmy Buffett tribute. Visit our unique food trucks, eclectic vendors, and immerse yourself in pirate festivities. For more details, visit piratefestnc.com.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza.
Epic.
Hey, we're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is back at only $13.99. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, a MVP move for game day or any day. Go Pirates!
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Ready for a home makeover? Bostic Sugg Furniture's new and now collection has the freshest styles you've been dreaming of. Store-wide savings on fashion-forward looks and styles for your living room, dining room, and bedroom. Hundreds of items in stock. Or let our team help you build a custom piece just for you. Plus, 6 months special financing and local delivery for just $19.37. Sleep better with over 30 models of brand name mattresses to choose from and up to 48 months special financing. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I'm inviting you to join me for the First Step 5K and 1 Mile Fun Run in Grimesland, April 19th, beginning at 9 a.m. All proceeds go to support Haven at Blue Creek, a women's rehabilitation center committed to providing a safe and nurturing environment for women overcoming addiction. The 5K features a run, ruck, or walk, a 1 mile fun run, plus refreshments and bounce houses for the kids. As a former resident of Haven, I know how much your support will help the women in our community who are rebuilding their lives. To register, go to runsignup.com and let's make a difference together.
Pirate Radio.
Get it in here. I got one thing to say. This is when the big dogs come out. Damn right. Okay? Damn right. You can't roll with the big dogs.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Langley Contracting, they are the superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, they've got you covered. And best of all, they handle your insurance claims. They are locally owned right here in Eastern North Carolina. They are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. They can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit them online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today. Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find a location near you. Now back into PRL. Here's a clip.
All right, thank you, Grayson. Jarrett, now that you have changed and can tolerate foreigners, once you
grow up and appreciate documentaries, I'll have a full list of the best ones for you to watch.
Like documentaries on foreigners?
No.
Oh.
Documentaries on the band Foreigner.
Okay.
Because I'm a dirty white boy. Dirty white boy. Ken Watlington's here.
Speaking of, that's all I got.
That's not a good segue because you're a clean-cut man.
My mom doesn't agree. You need to shave that beard.
Really?
Doesn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, a little risky to have that on TV. Bailey just got rid of the stash.
Yeah.
Has it been a while? Has it been a while since you've been baby faced?
About 3 years. Yeah.
Huh.
I think summer of 22 is when I.
How about you, Sean?
Like, let's do it.
Oh, since freshman year of college.
Really?
Yeah.
Since 3rd grade.
You've been growing it that long?
Since kindergarten. You still up?
So you've been growing that beard for like 5 years now?
I don't let it get.
I don't know. You trim it up.
I trim it.
He's got some people that work on it for him.
He's got a whole team.
Yeah.
All right. What else are you following in sports? Talk a little Final Four.
Like I think 10 days until the NBA season concludes.
Yeah, I need to find a team to back.
Wait.
Last year it was the Suns, and they got swept in the first round, and I was done.
Can I say something quick that I just hate?
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't have asked because you've already wasted time asking if you could say something quick. So just next time, just say it quick.
Well, like breaking news yesterday, LaMelo Ball out 5 to 6 weeks. It's like, yeah, there's 10 days left in the season, and the Hornets have won not even 20 games.
Yeah.
Hey, this team's special, man.
They are, man.
Special.
Anybody know when Major League Baseball starts?
I think it's Braves season opener is Miami tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Clayton McCullough making his managerial debut.
Good luck this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Get off to a hot start.
Yeah.
Everybody else started about a week and a half ago, but the Braves don't start till tomorrow.
Ken, no team has ever made the playoffs after starting 0-7.
Until now.
I think the Braves will be fine. In fact, I think you should irresponsibly put everything you have on the Braves to beat the Marlins.
I'm going the other direction. I think trade deadline, they're going to be sellers. And some of the known faces, your Austin Rileys, Ozzie Albies, will be playing for other teams come the
no chance.
They won't trade Acuna or Strider, but some of these other guys, Olsen, Sean Murphy, somebody's getting traded.
Austin Riley will be a Chicago Cub.
There you go.
What?
We'll take him.
I don't know. I don't like that.
I hate it.
The thought of Ozzie and Riley not being Braves. I mean, it took me a while to get over Freeman.
Yeah.
The World Series helped quite a bit. But that was, I don't like that. Well, if all this continues to go the way it goes, when is Brian Snitker getting fired?
We'll see how this first homestand goes, and it might be at the end of this first homestand.
It could be. I mean, sooner rather than later.
Yeah. They're not going to fire him this year.
Oh.
They're 0-7. If they're going to trade off guys, they might as well.
It's one bad year.
Well, I understand, but
that's what I hate about modern baseball is that you go through.
This isn't just baseball, guy.
Well, yeah, but it happens. Managers get fired in May and June.
It's for
early
Braves,
in the
though.
season.
It's more than one bad year. And yes, they've made the playoffs like 7 years in a row, and they won a World Series.
He's won you a World Series. He's taken you to the playoffs however long.
But 2 years ago, they were, without a doubt, the best team in the league and got thumped in the first round by the Phillies. Then again, thumped in the first round by the Phillies. Then last year, thumped in the first round by the Padres.
But look at who they play. They had the worst draw of any playoff team. The Phillies and the Padres are two of the best
Is
teams.
Brian
that didn't hold a
Snitker
bye.
your grandfather?
Is that who listens to us every day?
No, Brian Snitker is a good manager who doesn't deserve to be punished for
I thought he
injuries.
was about to say he's a good man. All right, I want to shake his hand.
He's a good Christian man.
He's not a Christian.
Oh, boy.
I like Brian Snitker. I'm just saying,
But he doesn't deserve to be punished by injuries. If we had that same mindset with Aaron Boone, he would have been gone 4 years ago, which he probably should have. But
wait, why are you going to fire Aaron Boone? Aaron Boone's won a ton of games. Why are you saying he should be fired?
Okay, but
it's kids like you that you just want to fire people.
Aaron Boone also has not won us a World Series, and he's taken us to one ALCS in the last 5 years.
I'd love to hear more, but we're out of time. Ken?
Go Braves.
Go Brian Snitker.
Happy opening day tomorrow.
That's right. I can't wait. Opening day for the Bravos.
Do you have any other friends throwing out the first pitch? Andre 3000. Y'all buddies?
He's going to throw it out with his flute.
All right, Kenneth. How close are we to round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs?
10 days?
Man,
it's getting close, right?
John.
Or maybe it's
NBA, NHL lineup. So
time to get on board.
We're about 2 weeks away.
I'm ready.
A little playoff hockey at the Bug during sports trivia or something.
Nothing like it.
That'd be fun.
And then OTs on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I like that. I'm excited. You going to any games, Ken?
I was there Sunday for the game against the Islanders, and it was a lot of fun. But
you think could you be covering, or would you need to go as a fan if you go to a playoff game?
Either or. Yeah.
You could do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think once they get a little bit deeper in the playoffs, there'll be more of an incentive for work to say, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
A weekend game where I'm off, and I'm like, let's see how tickets are, how expensive they are.
Man, what an experience. I saw Ovi, which they played them last night, score a playoff goal on a one-timer against the Canes. Canes win 2-1. One of the, just an awesome sports moment to be at postseason hockey. Really cool stuff.
My first ever Canes game was a postseason game, and they lost the series, but I stayed a fan.
Because Ken is one of the best fans.
That's me. I don't jump off when things go tough.
Who the hell is this guy? All right. Thank you, Ken.
Thanks, y'all.
And thanks for working with us with your schedule.
Of course.
And everything.
Yeah, thank you for working with me.
All right. We'll take a break, come back when we return. Troy Dreyfus joins us. It's Pirate Fest. I got a text earlier today from an ECU baseball player's dad, and he said, I'm flying up for the next 4 games. What's the deal with this Pirate Fest event? Is it worth stopping by? I'm going to answer all those questions when we return with Troy Dreyfus after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Pirate fans, 2025 East Carolina football season tickets are on sale now and can be purchased for as little as $115. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate coach as he builds momentum off of the 8-win season and the Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. New spring arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and ShimmerBoutiqueOnline.com. Go Pirates.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with friends and family, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now back into PRL. Here's the clip.
All right, welcome back. Pirate Radio Live, hour number 2. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll hear from Ron Lievense. He is retiring from Barton College after multiple decades as their head basketball coach. Won a national championship there. We'll catch up with him. Also, Coach Hud, Greg Hudson, coming up in hour number 3 of our show. But right now, we welcome in Mr. Downtown Greenville, former owner of Pirate Radio, former host of Live at 5, The Press Box, and multiple other shows.
What a resume.
He is Troy Dreyfus, better known as Troy D. Hello, Troy.
Good to see you, Clip. How are you? Someone called me today the doctor of downtown.
Who would have said such words?
All right, I made it up. I'm just kidding.
I figured. You looked in the mirror and said, "You are the doctor of downtown."
Good to see you, man. How you been? I miss you guys. Great to see Shirley. Shirley's got it so made now she don't even have to work anymore. She just sits back and watches the show. What the hell's going on?
She's more of a
back in my day. Shirley actually had to produce.
She was a babysitter now. She's watching the kids.
No, they're doing a great job.
Watching them grow.
That's one of the great things about Pirate Radio Clip. We give people an opportunity to have an opportunity. Young students can come through here and make something of themselves, and we're a launching pad for that.
There you go. And we continue that tradition.
Yeah, absolutely.
To this day.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Started as an intern.
I know.
Started as
Clip was terrible his first time on the air. Remember that Clip? Sidelines for high school football?
Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember telling Ellerby, this guy will never make it here.
Yeah.
And look at you now. You run the show.
Somehow I've tricked everybody.
I'm just saying, hard work pays off.
Just showing up.
Yeah.
Just being
keeps
consistent.
the job, and maybe it doesn't pay off.
I don't know about hard work, but work.
Show it up, Clip. That's half the battle.
I mean, really, it is.
It is.
In
Correct.
School, at work, you got to be there.
Yeah.
Put in the time.
If you physically be there, that's half the battle. If you're mentally there, that's the other half. All right, enough about this stuff.
Kenny Curling says hello.
Good to see you, Kenny. I've missed you. Look forward to seeing you football season. Maybe at the beach this summer.
All right, so I got a text earlier today, Troy.
All right.
From an ECU baseball player's father. He says, "What's the deal with this Pirate Fest event? I'm flying up tonight for the next 4 games. Is it worth stopping by?" I think you're the perfect guy to ask that question to.
I definitely can answer that. First of all, the quick answer is yes, absolutely it's worth stopping by. It's only the area's largest festival and largest party outside of an ECU athletic event. So it is without question the place to be Saturday.
Why is that?
Well, it's the community's largest festival. We are at the Town Common on 1st Street. It'll be the largest Pirate Fest we've ever done. We've got the most acts we've ever. It's going to be incredible. If you love food, if you love retail, shopping, if you love artisans, if you love live entertainment, if you love music, we're breaking out the mechanical bull this year. All this, if you want to bring kids out for the kid, we'll have the largest kid zone we've ever had. We've got something for everybody, Clip, from kids to senior citizens.
Let's look at the entertainment. It is a great lineup. Would you consider yourself a parrot head, Troy? Or
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not. I've been blessed to have gone to many Jimmy Buffett concerts, and one of my favorite artists. I wouldn't be one of these people that go crazy like how they dress, but absolutely, Margaritaville is one of my favorite channels on the radio, and love Jimmy Buffett. So our headliner will be a Jimmy Buffett tribute band we're getting in from out of state.
Captain Mike and Shipwrecked.
Yes.
Will be playing.
Mm-hmm. So if you love Jimmy Buffett, they'll play some other music too. But if you love party music, Jimmy Buffett music, that'll be at 5 o'clock. But we changed it this year, Clip, because it's really a daytime festival. It's free to attend. Not to knock what other festivals do. It's great to have so many other community festivals. But we do not charge for ours. It's absolutely free. So you don't have to buy tickets. You don't have to RSVP. You just show up. We'll start the entertainment at 1 o'clock with the world famous Embers, beach music.
So, yeah, when I saw that name, I was surprised they're not headlining. Yeah, because they're such a big name.
I should say the event starts at 11 with the Parade of Pirates. Yeah. The Pirates will officially kick it off, and I will get more on that in a second. But as far as the music entertainment, 1 o'clock starts at the amphitheater, and that's the Embers. They'll go for close to a couple hours, and then Cooper Greer will take over. Great country artist, if you haven't had a chance to see him, or he's got a big following himself.
Most famous for playing Bryce Williams' intro on Pirate Radio Live.
Facts.
But yeah, he's a great dude.
He'll be at 3, so he's kind of the sandwich in between. And then at 5 will be Captain Mike and Shipwrecked, and they'll take it to 7, and the event ends at 7 this year. So it'll still be light out while the event ends. We're not going too late. And we just think it's going to be, I've talked to some folks that are going to stay for the whole time because they love all 3 groups. But even if you don't want to come for the music, there's so much more to do.
Yeah. And Troy, what if you have children? Is this a good event for kids?
Oh, 100%. I mean, it really is made for families. And we have the New Look Kids Zone, and that's going to be the biggest kids zone we've ever done for one small price. The kids can play in the entire, as long as they want. We'll have every type of, and they're breaking out every type of inflatable you can think of. Some of these inflatables are incredible nowadays, and a lot of them are sports related, basketball, different games they'll have. And once again, it's just one price. And really, Clip, what I'm trying to focus on this year is not nickeling and diming people and not overcharging. So many times you go to events and it's so expensive to get a drink. I feel we'll have some of the most reasonable concession prices around for the ones that we control. Now we've partnered with Sup Dogs. We'll have Sup Crushes out there. We've partnered with Carolina Eagle. We'll have tons of beer selections, tons of wine, tons of seltzers. We've really tried to keep those costs within check. Yeah. And especially if you compare it to, let's say, other sporting events you might go to in the college or pro ranks. We look like a deal. We've got an awesome, this is our new shirt. I don't know. In fact, Clip, I'd like to give this to you. No one has these yet. This is the brand new official logo for Pirate Fest, our decal and koozie.
I like it.
I've got one for you and one for Shirley.
Appreciate that.
We have that on a comfort color shirt, and we're selling that, the shirt, the koozie, and the decal for $25. If you go anywhere, you try and get a comfort color shirt nowadays, it's, $30-$40 somewhere.
Yeah.
So, as I said, we're really trying to keep the prices in check. Now, we don't control the prices of the vendors that are out there, whatever, other food vendors that are selling, but we have got an incredible selection of eats, too, out there.
And also the Pirate Entertainment, which includes Steve the Pirate, right? And Lady Pirate Marissa.
You know what? I've been involved in this. This is the 18th year we've done Pirate Fest, first of all, and I know many folks are familiar with it, but we'd love to welcome the new guests, just like you mentioned, the baseball dad.
Yeah.
I hope he can come out. But I never realized, I've been involved in this either as a sponsor or as a board member or an attendee every year. This is the first year I've ever been behind the curtain and responsible with our team for planning this. And I never knew how many pirate groups there were. And I'm talking about living the lifestyle, Clip, and I'm not talking about being a pirate fan going to games. I'm talking about real life damn pirates on weekends. Like, they look it, they sound it, they are it, they have acts, they have different roles. And Steve the Pirate is with the Shadow Players. So they'll be out there. He puts on a whole show. We've got, Captain Jim. He's got his own stage. He does stuff with his wife. We got the sword fighting. You can go fight these guys in a sword fight if you want. There's a group that does that. If you've ever seen the Beaufort Pirate Invasion, you don't have to go to Beaufort to get invaded. They're invading us. We'll have them here with us.
I did not know.
So every group you can think of that is pirate related will be affiliated with this.
I talked to Steve and Marissa around Pirate Radio Party Time last year, and they told me they've been like in movies, they've done stunts, like they do. I had no idea what all it entailed, but it's pretty fascinating, and they'll be putting on a show coming up this Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll have we call it an encampment area on the town common. So they take over a majority of the town common. It's really cool if you haven't come out. So once again, all that's free. Kids love that, but I'll be honest with you, Clip, adults love that. They like to see all that stuff. There'll be black powder demonstrations, loading the cannon and guns, all types of stuff. So the entertainment, once again, 100% free. Bring a few bucks if you'd like a pirate beverage, if you'd like an ice cold Sup Crush or beer. Or it will also, thanks to Minji's Bottling Group, we'll have plenty of soft drinks and water out there too. And by the way, $2. $2 for a water or $2 for a soft drink.
Reasonable.
Where are you going to go in this day and age in a major event like that for $2, right?
Yeah. Going to be packed here. Where should folks be looking to park, Troy Day?
Parking downtown is free on Saturdays. There's no enforcement on Saturday, and there will be no time limit. So park anywhere you want. Now, we'll be on First Street and the town common, but all the parking leading up to that will be open and available. So there will be a lot of parking. And hey, look, if you want to park down here at 5 Points and just walk a few blocks, you could do that. But anywhere you want to go downtown will be available for parking. And I would like to thank our sponsors, Clip, because without them, we couldn't do it. First of all, it takes a village to put this thing on. I'd like to thank my team at the Downtown Greenville Partnership. And, of course, the city of Greenville. Those folks have been great. We partner with the city on this, and it really is a joint partnership between my organization, which is the Downtown Greenville Partnership, and the city of Greenville. So we are the ones that put it on and organize the whole thing. But our sponsors are Greenville Utilities, good folks at Pirate Radio, Optimum, Channel 9, WNCT, Minji's Bottling Group, Sup Crush Vodka, New Look Bouncing Party, Orthopedics East, Metronet, Ritchie Law Firm, the State Theater, Carolina Eagle Distributing, and visit greenvillenc.com. Thank you to our sponsors that help make this possible. And our many, we're going to have over, I think, 130 vendors, close to 150, I believe, that will make up the entirety of the footprint. But as I said, this is really the biggest one we've ever done, and we're expecting a record crowd this year. I think the weather is absolutely perfect. It's going to be around 80 degrees and overcast, which for event weather outside is perfect. Yeah. You don't have to get blasted by the sun, but it'll be plenty warm. Doesn't look like it's going to rain. Slight breeze in the air. It's going to be absolutely ideal. If you've never come out, this is the year to check it out. Pirate Fest 2025. You can go to piratefestnc.com for more information. You can go to our Pirate Fest Facebook page, our Downtown Greenville Partnership page for more information. And as I said, it's real easy. You just show up. That's it. You don't have to buy a ticket. You don't have to do anything but have fun. If you want to have fun Saturday and you're looking for something fun to do, whether you're a family guy with the kids, whether you're a college student or a senior citizen, we've got it for you.
Something for all ages. Once again, piratefestnc.com. I'm looking at the website right now. Easy to find where you want to go and look at the entertainment, the pirate information, all the festival info. It's there for you.
And I know there's a baseball game. So I've worked hard because in past years this conflicted with the spring football.
I was going to ask you about that.
And I always hated that. I never understood, why are you doing two major events at the same time? So when I had an opportunity, and this year being my opportunity, I didn't want that to happen. So we moved it up to this week, not even knowing at that time what the spring game officially was going to be, but we knew it wouldn't be this early.
Right.
I wanted to get it off spring game weekend. Unfortunately, there's always something going on, and there is a baseball game. But the way I see it is, look, come before or after the baseball game. Doesn't prevent you from going to the baseball game, but come have a good time with us, and then if you want to go to the baseball, go to baseball. But I definitely thought that having it on the spring game football weekend was not the right move. So
a little post-game concert sounds like a good idea.
Yeah,
for this
absolutely.
Saturday. Yeah.
And Captain Mike, man, they put on a good show. That is if you're looking for some fun entertainment and you love Jimmy Buffett, 5 o'clock Town Common's going to be your place to be.
Troy D, good stuff, man.
Good seeing you guys.
So what are you going to be doing? Running around all day Saturday? Are you going to be able to enjoy it?
Most of the work is done ahead of time.
Yeah.
And if we've done our job right, hopefully by the time the event hits, we can sit back a little bit. But the craziness is the load in. You got to figure 150 vendors all trying to get their spots at the same time. That's a little bit of organized chaos, but we'll have our team out there, and we've got about 20 volunteers that are help us. I appreciate their support too. It really takes a small army to get everybody in place. Those are things you don't think about when you just walk down and you see everything. But getting everyone set up early in the morning, ready to go. And then once that hits, I'll be emceeing the event from the stage for the bands. But hopefully be able to enjoy it, Clip. I mean, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I want to have fun out there, too.
Absolutely.
So, no, I expect hopefully to be pretty calm and chill, and love to see everybody. Come on, stop by.
All right. We'll see you Saturday. Troy, good to see you, man.
Clip, thanks, buddy. Good seeing you.
All right. Okay. It's something about hearing your voice.
On Pirate Radio. It's great to be back, Clip.
It's weird and cool. And
I know. It's weird to be sitting over here.
I know.
But,
it's
hey,
strange.
look, it's like a glove, though. It just, unlike OJ's glove, this glove fits perfectly.
And we will not acquit or whatever. All right. Thank you, Troy.
Good seeing you, man.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We got a lot more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we are stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Revolutionize off-roading for everyone with the all-new Ridge Crew side-by-side. A 4-cylinder engine delivers all the power your team needs to move heavy cargo or ride recreationally on challenging terrain. A fully enclosed cab with 2-row space. And HVAC keeps the crew comfortable in every season. Command peak premium performance together. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
We got the bases covered when it comes to having fun. Watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
Big League Baseball returns to historic Granger Stadium in Kinston Friday, May 9th when our Down East Bird Dogs face off against the Ottawa Titans. Join Bojangles for opening night Friday, May 9th in Kinston. Learn more at downeastbirddogs.com.
We got the bases covered when it comes to having fun. Watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Gnomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
Ready for a home makeover? Bostic Sugg Furniture's new and now collection has the freshest styles you've been dreaming of. Store-wide savings on fashion-forward looks and styles for your living room, dining room, and bedroom. Hundreds of items in stock, or let our team help you build a custom piece just for you. Plus, 6 months special financing and local delivery for just $19.37. Sleep better with over 30 models of brand name mattresses to choose from and up to 48 months special financing. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
This is Chandler Honeycutt from Pirate Radio Live, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you heard? Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now a part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join DriveHereNow.com. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and proud supporter of the Pirates.
Are you getting this information?
I can't outline.
Well, you can't say that. Is it? It's somebody associated with East Carolina, or
is it a credible source?
Yes, it's a credible source.
Is it from a PD?
No, it's not from a PD.
Okay. All right. Well, something to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on the PD situation.
Developing story
at East Carolina. Thank you for that, Grayson. Ad reads and breaking news. You are increasing your workload each and every day. Will, how are you feeling? Sorry, I haven't asked. Feeling better?
Oh yeah, I feel good today. Some days you just wake up and you wake up with a migraine and are not able to make the show.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Thank you.
Logan, how's your game going over there, man? Everything good?
It's going good as of right now, but you don't want to ask me if they're down or tied because we might have to bleep out a few words.
So are you a Chelsea supporter?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Wasn't it 2-0? What, they take a goal away?
Yeah, it was offside. Some
all right.
BS.
Well, sorry to bother you. Go enjoy your game.
No, you're good. I'm going to have to take over in a little bit.
All right. Logan checking out some Premier League today. Tottenham and Chelsea. All right, let's get to our interview with Ron Lievense, the long-time Barton head basketball coach, announced his retirement, and wanted to get him on. Shirley Rhodes, a proud Barton alum, and talk about his career, some great moments, and more. And we'll do that right now as he joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Coach, we appreciate your time. How you doing?
Oh, having a great day, and when you get this old, you start reflecting so much about your life, and I guess that's the stage I'm at right now. Is once I've announced my retirement, I'm really just reflecting on the past and also looking forward to the future.
Yes, sir. And Coach, I wanted to start today. I first heard your name a couple of decades ago when I was producing from the booth Jeff Charles's program, the late great voice Jeff Charles, and he would have you on his show every single year and talk basketball with you, and really enjoyed those conversations. And I know if Jeff was still with us here today, he would be conducting this interview and talking basketball with you. But we miss him every day around here, and I know you guys had some great chats over the years.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's no question about that. And certainly that is a great loss.
Well, Coach, let's talk about your decision to step down when it happened, as far as after the season this year, and having a new interim coach. Looks like Joel Zimmerman will be the coach for the 2025-26 season. Man, just incredible numbers. You're the all-time winningest coach at Barton, 518 wins. Of course, that national championship. Well, another guy we've had on Pirate Radio a couple times, Anthony Atkinson. We'll never forget that one, and we'll talk about that. But why did you feel like now is the time for you, Coach, to step down after all these years?
Yeah, well, I've been very, very blessed to work at Barton. I love Barton. I love Wilson community, and my wife and I have tremendous friends here. But I really, really loved the people at Barton and the school at Barton. All three of my daughters graduated from Barton, so we're bleeding royal blue every day, and we love Barton. Basically, I think in life you go through stages in life, and I'm certainly at the stage where the last couple of years you're reflecting and you're looking at what it takes to do the job every single year, and I think it got to the point for me where I felt like maybe it's time to hand this over to a younger coach, someone that has more energy and more vitality than I do at this stage of my life. And although every day I'm wondering if I made the right decision, because I love the players and I miss the players, because that's the thing that draws you into coaching, is to be a mentor coach and to make an impact in young men's lives. And that's what I attempted to do during my time, was to love on these kids, to help them grow, at times to push them, to challenge them, to get them to learn how to work hard so that they can make a living for themselves and provide for their families. And all those things are why I did what I did, and just really felt like it was time to make that move.
Well, Coach, we have seen over the last few years some giant names in the world of basketball step down at different levels, and I always ask, whether it's a D1 coach or a junior college or Division II in your case, even high school coaches that I talked to on the show, how has the new landscape of college athletics kind of trickled down to each level, and by that I mean the portal, NIL, all that stuff that we didn't have for years, and then all of a sudden we've got it all here. So, does the decision have anything to do with the changing world of college athletics? And kind of a two-part question: how has all that trickled down to the Division II basketball?
Yes, Clipper, that's a great question. I mean, those changes have definitely affected, the job that I can do at Barton. There's no question. The transfer portal has been probably much more than the NIL at this level. The transfer portal has really changed everything to do with being a mentor coach. And what I mean by that is, as a coach, you want to bring a young man in and you want to grow with them and build that relationship with them and make a difference in their life. And whether they're having a good year or a bad year, you're there for them. And with the portal now, you're getting players that, number one, will say to you, well, if I have a good year, I'm going to leave. And then the players that have a bad year, they're going to leave. And so it's really taken a toll on me in this sense that, you have players that have 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door right away when they come, and because they know that they can leave if things don't go well. And I think the portal is really good in some respects, but I don't think we as a mentor coach can make a difference. If a young man's struggling, how do you teach him to make that commitment to strive even further to get that playing time and to fight through that adversity and to grow as a young man? Or do we just constantly just say, well, it's not working here, let me go somewhere else. And if it doesn't work there, let me go somewhere else, instead of really working and committing to get better and to get out on the court. So those kind of things all have changed really the framework of what coaching is all about to me, because that's why I coached. And so, the transfer portal has definitely affected Division II, very much so.
Yeah, that's some great answer, great response there from Ron Lievense, joining us on Pirate Radio Live. And while we're talking about change, Coach, I love asking guys that have been in it a long time. The object's always been the same: get the ball in the basket and stop the other team from doing that. But still, a lot of changes in basketball, year to year, decade to decade. What would you say, like, the biggest changes in the game have been since you got into coaching to where we are today, and have you adjusted your style kind of over the years?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, basketball changes, and as a coach, if you don't change, you become a dinosaur in a hurry. And we've definitely changed so much our style of play. 29 years ago, when I came to Barton, we tried to get two big guys, a big 5 and a big 4, and build around them. And then in about 2000, we changed and changed the whole game to where it is now. Actually, is going small ball, and it really exploded our program. We would get a 5-man, and then we would get a stretch 4 that would have guard skills, and we'd play with 4 guards and a 5-man. And we did that in about 2000. And when we made that change, it really helped us become successful. And it's the way basketball is. You look at the NBA right now; they're running sometimes 4 guards, sometimes 5, and so it's really that's probably the biggest change that we made that really helped us. The things like competing hard, giving it everything you have. Players want to win, and they're going to compete. Young people have not changed in that way. They want to win, and they will compete, and they want to be pushed. They want to get better, and so I mean I think that stayed the same for the most part at our level. But that's how we adjusted with the positions of players.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, Coach, it's Shirley. How are you?
Hey, Shirley, how are you?
I'm doing all right. It's hard to believe that it's been 29 years since the two of us met each other for the first time way back when. And it's hard to imagine just, any coach of any sport really staying in one spot for a long time. So my question to you is, you have had so much success on the court. And, of course, anybody who's ever crossed your path knows the type of person you are off the court. When it's all said and done, what would you like your legacy to be as a former basketball coach at Barton?
Yeah, just somebody that loved his players, tried to treat everybody with respect and dignity. I think those are the things that would be very important to me. I've had a lot of my former players contacting me and just sharing their open feelings with me, and that means the world to you, as a coach, and that you've tried to make a difference, and in a lot of lives you did, and that is so special, and that is to me the most important thing.
And I can agree with that, Clip, because as far as coach goes, you treated everybody the same, from your star player all the way down to the team manager that was picking up dirty laundry and tossing it into the washing machine. You always treated all of us the same. And I didn't realize how much of an impact you would have on my life, all those years ago until, pretty much right now when we, take a look back and you see the legacy that you leave behind, not only for your success as a basketball coach, but as a human being. You have always treated all of us the same way. And, those of us who have been treated differently in years past, I can certainly say I'm one of those people that certainly appreciated the fact that you were just as honest as you could be. You kept things real. You didn't kind of sugarcoat things with us. And if we stepped out of line, you checked us, and that came down to the team manager too. I've been reprimanded by Coach a time or two over the years, but I do say that your legacy will far surpass your success on the basketball court. It will be, everything in a, combination of what you did on the court, but also what you did off the court.
Well, thank you. The great Billy Graham said a coach will make more of an impact in many lives in 1 year than some people do in a lifetime. And to me, that was my whole calling, was just to try to make a difference in young people's lives, and as well as colleagues and friends. And I don't know if I've done as good a job as I would like to. You always look back and you see the areas of your life where you haven't done as well as you would like to. But overall, I'm just so blessed to have been at Barton and to have finished my career there.
Ron Lievense joining us, Coach. When I hear Barton, and Shirley reminds us of this, she talks about the national championship quite a bit. We have had Ann Atkinson on the show, the former Globetrotter. We talked about the Globetrotters coming to town. We've talked about that play. We've played Iron Eagles call. But real quick, before that, a couple questions, and we'll let you go. I was looking up Anthony Atkinson. Appears he's got into coaching now, and just made me think. I wanted to ask you, what it's like when you see your guys that have succeeded in life, and not just basketball coaches, but everyday life, a normal job, raising, a family, and just being a success and a good citizen. That I hear coaches say it a lot, but is that really the most rewarding thing for you when you see these guys that you coached when they were kids?
Oh, there's no question. And having these guys text me back and say, Coach, I've got 3 kids now. Coach, I've got 2 kids, or whatever, and how much I miss Barton and how much I miss our practices. And I wish I could go back there and do it all over again. All that stuff means so much. But boy, I would love to talk about Ann Atkinson for sure.
Well, and another thing too, I guess I tend to give up quite a bit on my teams, but if you can come back from 10 points in 45 seconds, I guess I should keep my butt in the seat and watch every game to its conclusion. But, man, that's got to never get old, right? I mean, you can relive that one for every day of the rest of your life. That is an all-timer. It gets brought up every single year around this time with March Madness. So, man, do you still remember that like it was yesterday?
Oh, it brings me to tears every time I think about it. That team won 9 overtime games that year. That team did not have an easy run through things. We were not the biggest. We were not the most talented, but we had grit and we had toughness. And then we had the best point guard in the country in Anthony Atkinson. And when you have a group of men that play together and are not concerned about points or minutes, they can become a powerful unit together. And to win 9 overtime games, at that time, it was an NCAA record. It may still be. You lose 1 or 2 of those, you don't have the year that that we had. And so, each one of those wins gave the team more confidence and more toughness, and then to be able to beat a team that had won 57 straight games, and to beat them there with 45 seconds when everybody had given up on us, and we kept fighting, and Anthony did what he did so well. And just really proud of all those men and how close they were together, and the great finish that Anthony put out there.
Well, Coach, I do have a little bit of a story from the year that you won the national championship game. I actually missed the ending because I was watching the game, and I thought the game was over. And so I got up. I'm a terrible Barton basketball fan. I would go and I thought the game was over. I got up and went to the restroom, and I came back, and my phone was ringing, and it was my boss at the time, and he said, "Can you believe what you just saw? That was the greatest 10 seconds of basketball in the history of ever." And I'm like, "What? What happened?" I was in the bathroom. So I know what I was doing at the moment that buzzer went off. When the buzzer went off and you realized that last bucket counted, what was the first thought into your mind?
Well, first before I tell you that, I want to tell you when we got the back tip and Anthony got the ball with 3.5 seconds left beyond half court. At that point, as a coach, you say, do you call a timeout or do you let it rock? And when he got the ball from Bobby Buffalo on that back tip, I saw Ant look at the clock. And at that point, peace came all over me because I knew he would make the right decision. Because how many times in a game do you see somebody that shoots the ball way too early, shoots the ball, and there's 2-3 seconds after he hits the rim? When I saw Anthony look at the clock, I knew he was going to make the right decision, because how many guards have that wherewithal to have that to look right up at the clock with 3.5 seconds left, and then to be able to attack the basket like he did. But you know, when that ball went in, Anthony was already running all over the court, and so was our whole team, because they knew it was in. And the referees had to check the video, but our kids all knew it was in, and they were running all over the floor.
That's a great story. That's awesome stuff. Well, Coach, we're gonna wrap it up here, Shirley. If you got anything else, I'd love to get you back on and talk more basketball with you in the future. I've really enjoyed it. But Shirley, as the Barton Bulldog, I'll let you wrap it up.
Well, my big question is, of course, is the talk everybody's been talking about. Who do you have in the national title game, and who do you have winning it all?
You don't want to ever look at my bracket. Don't ever look at my brackets. I would first of all, as a coach, I would never bet on sports, because I've had teams that should win that lose. I've had teams that shouldn't win and have won. So I would never bet. But I have no idea, Shirley. Of course, I'm a North Carolina guy, so I'm going to have to go with the North Carolina team, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Going with the Dukies.
Coach, same colors, too, so, you know.
The blue and white. Man, really enjoyed talking with you today. Like I said, let's do it again down the road. But congratulations on an amazing career. And I hope you enjoy retirement. And I hope somehow you can stick in the game of basketball or in sports, because you've given it a lot over the years. It's given back to you. And I just hope you can enjoy the next chapter of your life.
Well, thank you. Thank you both.
Well, thank you, Coach. And I'm just going to reiterate what Clip said. Congratulations. And you had just an amazing, amazing career. And, enjoy retirement. It is well earned.
Thank you so much. Thank you both.
Ron Lievense joining us on the show, announcing his retirement from Barton Basketball after 29 years. And once again, some amazing numbers there. He's the school's all-time winningest coach, 518 wins. Took his team to 7 Division II tournaments, and, of course, a national championship when Anthony Atkinson made the shot at the buzzer. One of the more memorable plays in a Division II basketball championship. But great to have Coach on. Let's take another break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up Hour 2 and get to Coach Hud. Greg Hudson joins us Hour 3 of today's program. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I'm inviting you to join me for the First Step 5K and 1 Mile Fun Run in Grimesland, April 19th, beginning at 9 a.m. All proceeds go to support Haven at Blue Creek, a women's rehabilitation center committed to providing a safe and nurturing environment for women overcoming addiction. The 5K features a run, ruck, or walk, a 1 mile fun run, plus refreshments and bounce houses for the kids. As a former resident of Haven, I know how much your support will help the women in our community who are rebuilding their lives. To register, go to runsignup.com and let's make a difference together.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost, so when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue Electric, Plumbing, and Air.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailers Show.
You know what it is. This is your man, Petey Pablo. Once again, back is the Incredible, and this is Pirate Radio, and this is the voice of the Pirate Nation. And you know how it goes down when the Pirates are in town. Shut down.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gakwe Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michael and Gakwe can handle all your dental needs, including cleanings, crowns and fillings, sedation dentistry, and cosmetic needs such as braces and implants. Visit them at 2.
More from you guys. Well, Coach, I finally got you, man. There's no of all your connections in the football, baseball world. We talked some D2 basketball, and there's no way you have any D2 basketball connections, so I finally got you.
Bring it.
Well, you don't know anybody would, like, say, Nova Southeastern or somebody like that won the championship
Rex
this year.
Unahara.
So
coach this year, national champ, was at Georgia last year after the portal.
year before, national champ, is the best player at Nova.
And how do you know him?
He's my godson.
That's crazy. You were like,
boom.
You said, you're going to ask me who don't you know. So Nova Southeastern, which I've never heard of, has been to 3 straight Division II titles. They've won 2 out of the last 3, and your godson is an assistant coach? Sunahara.
Yeah. His dad was a volleyball coach at Cincinnati when that's how we met, became great friends. And his dad was a 3-time All-American and national championship UCLA basketball. He's a freakazoid.
I want to be a godfather. How many godsons do you have?
2.
And so are you available to have multiple godchildren?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can be like from Utah and the Godfather thing.
To the person that sent an angry email after me and Billy Weaver said some Mormon jokes years ago, that was Greg Hudson. Please contact him.
Whoever sends it in, relax.
Relax.
Just relax, man. Just be nice.
We got BYU.
I'm not trying to be unnice.
Coming up this year, back on the schedule. So I'm sure we'll get in trouble about something. Yeah. D2 basketball.
I bought the MLB TV.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, in case you ever needed to get hooked up because if it doesn't work on your phone again. Is that a government phone?
What are you talking about, man? I had it pulled up last week. There's plenty of things to get on me about.
Did you see the De La Cruz catch out of bounds?
Yes.
Out of play or out of bounds? Out of play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he belongs on a baseball field. I mean, he does.
Randy Moss.
But I feel like he should be playing every sport.
He looks like Randy Moss.
Yeah. It's weird. I'm done watching baseball because the Braves are 0-7.
What?
And no team has ever made the playoffs with an 0-7 start. But this team will. They'll be all right.
I just want to see somebody make the aluminum bat the torpedo.
What do you think about the torpedo?
Why not? Just because that guy's smarter than everybody else.
Exactly.
It's like my guy's smarter than you. It's like tuning the NASCAR up. My guys can dial it up a little better than you can.
What's the football equivalent to that? Like staying within the rules. It almost feels like cheating, but it's not. Like, are there... I guess the tush push would be an example because they're trying to get it banned.
Not football. That's rugby. And if you allow the tush push, you should allow steroids. Now, follow me here.
Wow, that's a stretch.
He's performance enhancing.
Well, everything's performance enhancing.
Matt Leinart couldn't outrun you in a 40.
All right.
The Bush push, pushed him in.
Notre Dame, yeah.
Without the Bush push, so he enhanced his performance on the dive play.
That's supposed to be illegal, which I don't think that should be illegal, personally. Do you?
Yeah.
You don't think you should be able to help your teammate into
Go play rugby.
Go play rugby, brother.
That's what the blockers are for. Well, okay. Am I allowed to jump off the back of my own player to block a kick?
You're not allowed to.
You're not allowed. Well, why not? But on offense, I'm allowed to push a guy for a touchdown.
All right. How about this, Coach Hood?
Go for it.
I meet you in the middle. I got you stacked up, but you're big fellas. I'm going backwards a little bit. My safety comes from behind me, pushes me to push you back. That is legal. Why is that not illegal for the offense to do?
Because it's tackling.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, the guy as I'm tackling you, and the guy comes up to help me and hits me in the back and crushes me, I'm going to kill him. We call that friendly fire, which, by the way, the king of that was Van Eskridge.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was a friendly fire. He'd put you out of the game. He was a rib killer.
All right, that'll be a fun topic. Also, I want to hear some Josh Aldridge. You get your thoughts on the new defensive coordinator and what he had to say earlier this week at spring practice. So we'll do that. We'll talk some Van Eskridge era Pirate football, some Final Four, and more with Greg Hudson, who joins us hour 3. If you got questions for Coach Hud, you can get them in on YouTube. Back with you after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
Hey, buddy, it's me, your foot. What? Are you okay? Not so much. These old shoes are killing me. But I've had these for years. Years? I've been stuck in these things and now I'm screaming. You need custom fit shoes, my friend. And we're not talking one size fits all here. You need comfort, support, and most importantly, freedom. Well, how do I get that? Head over to Fleet Feet. They'll make me feel like $1 million and keep you running strong.
Fleet Feet at the Old Gordon's Golf location on Arlington Boulevard. They custom fit every shoe for your unique foot. Visit Fleet Feet and step into comfort. Your feet will thank you.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
Hi, this is Christy Conway.
Hi, this is Tracy Ayers.
It's a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate.
Greenville business is booming. Greenville is growing fast, and new businesses are setting up shop all around the area. That means new employees and managers relocating to the community, and they need quality homes now.
Visit our website, encpiraterealty.com, to connect with our experienced team of agents.
Go Pirates!
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly. Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find a location near you at atlanticwireless.com. Atlantic Wireless. We go beyond the call.
Anything else?
Back in the clip.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, all right.
Appreciate it, Logan.
I was sitting there waiting.
Yeah. That was just a dramatic pause.
Bring it on home.
For the audience. Coach Hud, how we doing?
Oh, I was just giving you a pause.
Okay. I can wait.
I'm doing good.
Because I want an honest answer from you.
Doing good.
Swell. We've got Final Four this weekend. Major League Baseball on TV.
Yeah.
Spring football practice going on. A lot going on in the world of sports. It's NFL draft season for those folks that are into that sort of thing. So a lot going on. We'll get to some ECU football comments from Josh Aldridge, new defensive coordinator of the Pirates, in a moment. You mentioned Van Eskridge, and we're talking about friendly fire. And during the break, I brought up Sean Taylor as a Washington fan. He was my favorite player. And there were times where I think he didn't care. It looked like he didn't care who he was hitting. It might be the running back. It might be his teammate, LeVar Arrington.
He didn't care.
So on the friendly fire note, you said Van liked to get in there and mix it up. Did you ever have to say, hey, Van, hey, Pierre, don't hurt your teammate? No. Like, you just let him go? Like, yeah. Can't pull back the reins.
Somebody's getting whacked.
and you loved Van would hit you.
If you didn't want to get hit by Van, get the guy on the ground a little faster.
Saw some physicality out at spring ball this week as they went full pads. You like?
I went over there for a little bit.
How much full pads you like this time of year?
Full pads, like I think you can just go helmets and shoulder pads all the time.
Okay.
You can wear the pants a few times, I don't have a problem with it. Guys are wearing shorts and stuff anyhow, so you can just have the uppers, everything uppers on, and get everything done. Inside drill, team, just stay off the ground. There's no, unless you want to do live to the ground tackling, which I think there's room for it, not a ton, and it depends on the season. I mean, you look at when you're going to start spring. If you finish your season in January, you don't want to start spring ball on February 25th.
Right.
Like I went to Notre Dame's practice, and one of them was literally an hour. And I was like, I just sort of looked when I first got the schedule, and Free was like, dude, we were just practicing 7.5 weeks ago. That's right. I didn't even think of it.
Well, I mean, does he determine, I'm assuming he determines the schedule, right?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't kick it down the road any further?
Yeah, you can, but you also have X number of days from that you can do it, a window of time to do it, because then you've got the last 2 weeks of April. I think the spring recruiting calendar starts. You can use a 6-week window now. So, here we were finished in, unless, the 2 championships, playing in January, which, by the way, they found the trophies from the 2 championships that were in a closet here. They're in a closet.
Oh, from the Conference USA?
You wonder why they weren't out in the Hall of Fame area. They were in a closet.
Okay.
Just heard that. And, if we're done January 2nd or 3rd, you need 8 weeks. Get everybody back. But going early in the spring, even if you got to lighten it up, allows you for any, bumps and bruises to heal for August. You get that extra month in case something happens to somebody.
As far as the recruiting calendar, and now you've got the portal and all of that, and I don't. Yeah, have you looked at it to say this is what would make the most sense, or is there even anything that could make the most? Is there any talks of changing the calendar and everything?
Yeah,
okay,
there is.
What are we going to do with that?
Well, eventually, what the kids will get, it'll be basically like we're watching here on TV. You're having a contract, you're going to have an amount, you're going to have terms of the length, and you're going to have a buyout. And if you want to go in the portal and go somewhere else, then, if somebody's drilling a kid on ECU, then Virginia's got to pay the buyout, or Virginia Tech's got to pay the buyout, or the rest of the money, So,
Logan, to use some soccer terminology, I know this from playing FIFA, players have a contract, but there's also a transfer fee.
Yeah.
That the club has to pay another club, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally they do like player transfers where they'll it's essentially a trade, but yeah, a lot of the time it's just a flat out transfer fee because there's no salary cap, and then they also do like loan players out so young players can get more playing time at like a small.
We can see that in college. We'll loan you a freshman for a year or something.
Really be done with school.
But I mean, could a transfer fee work, or is that kind of what the buyout part of it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're also going to have within the language of the contract, go ahead and miss class. You're done. You're fired.
Right. They're going to keep that part in it.
It's back.
Yeah. I wonder if you throw that into the contract, if you drop below whatever average or something.
You want to, everybody wanted, I'm assuming everybody wanted this to happen and to pay him, and then it got a little absurd, which I believe in paying, the amount that's appropriate and to the value. And some of them are just, that's the way it is in life and in sports, Everybody's going to be treated fairly, but you're not equal. And some of these guys are going to make more money. Joe Burrow makes a lot more than the outside linebacker, and there's a reason. But if he screws up, it's not guaranteed money. It's a lot, but it ain't like that sport.
Are NIL requirements in the contract as well? You have to go to Joe's car lot 2 times a month?
If you sign those agreements,
right. Yeah.
And if you don't, you don't get paid. And I think they should have the ability to, if we're going to give you so much, we have the right to give you an immediate exit, with due cause, But now they can just cut you.
What a world. What a world it is. Jamie says, did Coach Hud know Val Kilmer? He knows everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, you knew who he was.
Oh, did I ever meet him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him, but I've never.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Where at?
Southern California.
Was that Hud the Stud days? Or was that?
That was a mullet day. Hermosa Beach.
Favorite Val Kilmer movie is what?
The Doors.
Okay, yeah.
I thought it
brought
was
that
his
up
most
yesterday.
Talented display of acting, or
I Am the Lizard King.
Well, the other one he did, nobody knows, when he did the Mark Twain Experience or whatever. You ever see that?
Nope.
He portrayed Mark Twain on stage and basically just gave a talk, and then he would.
Sounds boring.
Not unless you know about Mark Twain.
Okay, I'll read up. You are a smart jock, Craig Hudson. I wanted to get to something else on the full of sheets right down the road.
Matter of fact, I stopped it.
We got to give them as a sponsor, man.
Nice pile of sheets.
You are powered by sheets each and every day. Let's hear from Josh Aldridge. See what's going on out at spring football practice. The first-year defensive coordinator at East Carolina. Let's go cut to what is your number one priority this spring?
I want to make sure the standard's upheld in terms of how we prepare and how we practice. And then from my standpoint, just trying to evaluate what our guys are good at and, make sure that I am spearheading our defense to what that looks like. It goes back to Coach Harrell talks about, it's about the players, right? Okay, as a coordinator, I think that's important too. Defense is a little different than offense, where I think on defense you need to be able to massage based on your personnel, whether you're more of a 3-man front team or a 4-man front team or a 2-high or a 1-high, whatever it may be. And we've got to be good enough coaches to where if our guys are really good at doing that, then we need to have enough answers to put them in the best situation and not just say this is what we do. We're trying to put a lot on them and evaluate what they can handle, but also evaluate what they're good at.
Talk personnel in the next cut. And, Coach, as you move up in your career as a defensive assistant at Cincinnati and a coordinator here in Florida State and Notre Dame. Minnesota. The first, you see the paycheck and the number of zeros they're going to give you. And but how much do you look at, like, personnel and think about that kind of stuff before you make that move?
Right. Well, you already know about it. I mean, guys are watching, and usually the jobs you get, it's not a surprise. I mean, you've done some research.
And you're getting them for other different reasons. Some you're getting because a guy got fired and leaving not a lot behind. Some because a guy moved on and you're taking over a good opportunity. So it could go either way.
I came here sight unseen, and they said, "What do you know about East Carolina?" I said, "I've coached 2 games here. That's it."
And things were not good when y'all got here.
No. Well, so you look at that and go, Well, we got to be able to do better.
Yeah. I mean, you're thinking, hell, if I can put together a decent performance, these people will like me.
I thought we could win. I said it publicly. I said we can win 2 on offense, 2 on defense. We'll steal 1 in the kicking game. Then we'll see what happens.
And guess what? You won 5 games that first year.
Yeah.
And then went to bowls after that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Josh Aldridge.
But it was still about getting the players and putting them in the right position. And that first round of recruiting we had when we were here, I mean, I couldn't tell you where any of the buildings were on campus. We were just selling ourselves and selling the idea and the plan, and we were convinced we were going to win. And these guys that kept walking in the door, I'm like, we're going to win,
And HUD had his fake indoor practice facility plans mocked up to show everybody too.
Oh my God, yeah. I stole them.
The amateur architect.
Nobody noticed that the snow was around the perimeter on some of them, and they were from Minnesota.
Where are these palm trees coming from?
Like, what?
All right.
When's that going to be built? By next spring, it'll be ready.
Yep. You'll be in it. Your jersey will be hanging from rafters.
Are they building it?
Yeah. Shovel going in the ground soon, hopefully.
Where's Troy at? Isn't that a downtown thing? No.
All right. Josh Aldridge will have a defensive line that does not include Deontay Johnson and Sarad Ware and Elijah Morris, so they're losing a lot of talent and depth there. But talked about the development of the defensive line after losing veterans in that group. Cut 3.
I think it's really neat. When you look at guys like a Preston Carr, or a Zion Wilson, a guy that's an older guy that hadn't played a ton but knows how to play the game, and those guys have been really good bridges to the new players. Those guys have kind of been role players in the past, not played a ton, but they've had really good 4 days, in my opinion. And so that's really been a great thing to see because, D-line's what I've actually coached more than any position. And, if you don't got them, you're in trouble. And it starts and ends up front. So really pleased with the development of that group in only 4 days. And then, new guys just really buying into what we want to do.
HUD, follow me here. East Carolina has 2 former Pirates on the current defense. 2 guys that transferred out, they came back in, which is, I asked Holt Nailers, is that weird or a sign of the times? And maybe a sign of the times.
Sign of the times.
Yeah. But Tegan Wilk at safety went to Houston, came back. And also Xavier McIver left, came back to East Carolina.
What did he play?
He is a D lineman. So you bolster it a little bit with him coming back.
You're not turning those spots down.
Tegan Wilk, will he be a leader? Now, he's just coming back in, but he's played some good football here at East Carolina. Coach Aldridge was asked about if he could take over a leadership spot. Cut 6.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's same song, second verse for him. Even if there's some verbiage that's different, he's just played so much football. That there's something to be said for that. When a guy can take what he's learned somewhere else and say, "Oh, I've called it carpet, and you call it chair," and it's the same thing. Just trying to understand those things is a lot easier when you've played a lot of football. And he's made a lot of plays. We track Havoc every day. That's TFL, sacks, PBUs, forced fumbles, and hurries. And I think he's led us in Havoc 2 out of 4 practices. So he makes a lot of plays.
All right, there is Josh Aldridge on Tegan Wilk. Do we just have a balk, Coach Hud? You don't see many of those.
No, you don't. Well, early you probably do.
Trying to figure out what happened there.
If they got an analytic on that? Balks in April.
Oh, look at that torpedo bat about to go to work there.
God.
And look at this.
They're in.
At the infield end, 2-2, Astros and Twins in the 4th inning.
And all that complaining went out the window when the Yankees only put up 3 runs the other day.
They didn't score. Did they score last night? It was like 4-0 last time I looked.
Yeah, they did. Anthony Volpe hit his 3rd home run of the year in the 9th inning to make it 4-3, and then we couldn't get anything else.
He's a we.
Who's that? What team?
The Bombers.
I always like the Yankees.
I'm a we guy. Like, if I'm going to root for a team, I'm saying
I'm fine with that. I we my teams.
If I give them my money, I'm going to say I'm part of the team.
I'm okay. I mean, HUD, you might look. Do you look down on wees?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Like when Hud was coaching here and we'd lose the game, I say, we suck today.
I was like, we got a mouse in your pocket?
Oh, man.
I'm like, yeah, we got to get rid of you.
I talked earlier about the physical practice the other day. Chandler had some good video of that. Did you want to see that physicality and that hidden this early in spring ball? Cut 7.
In today's day and age, if you tell the players they're live, which you don't get to do a whole lot, they're usually going to be pretty intense. You know, I thought on both sides of the ball, I thought we both started fast and really physical with inside run, and then at times you get a dip, right? Guys get tired or whatever, but I thought we finished really well on both sides of the ball. You can see that they're competing. They're excited to get out there, and they're really chomping at the bit. So there'll be some bumps and bruises. They'll be off tomorrow, and then we'll have a lighter day Thursday, and then similar day on Friday to today.
And he was asked, has he kicked Blake Harrell out of the defensive rooms yet? I've talked a lot about this. You know, Blake Harrell goes from coordinator to head coach. Whose defense is it? Is it Josh Aldridge's defense? I believe this was a tongue-in-cheek question, but let's hear his response. Cut 10.
No. We welcome him in there. You know, he spends a lot of time in the D staff room too, and it's really good for me because, like I said, when you're coaching the kids, maybe we're doing something similar but a little different. You know, I like knowing what they were told before, so you can try to figure out how they grasp it, and is there carryover, or is this just brand new, you know? So I welcome that, and he's been a great sounding board for me, understanding like what they've done in the past, and just you know, a mentor too, because he's been a D coordinator for multiple years at different places and done a great job. So there's plenty of situational football I can learn from him and things like that.
Hud, how much coaching goes on when you compare a head coach and a coordinator? The coordinator's doing...
Depends on the guy.
So it varies from depending on the...
I think... I don't know. I was like, you got to coach on every play. And I think the head coach has a great opportunity to coach on every play because he can coach every player. So really to not have a say to somebody every single play really doesn't make sense. You know, the guys, all the head coaches I worked for were always talking to somebody about something that was important in that practice at that time specifically. And a lot of times they were, or just trying to, sometimes they play good cop and bad cop too.
Right.
They feed off, you know, some staffs do a great job of that. You know, I knew when to do that with certain coaches, you know.
Well, you're the ultimate manipulator, we found out. I guess Rock was the bad cop.
Or I'd walk by, I'd say, follow me here. You know, like I'm about to just lay into somebody, and it's all bull crap. So make sure you come back around, Skip, and make sure they don't quit.
Didn't you yell at the player, but making sure the ref could hear you? Didn't you say something like that? Yeah.
I'd touch my ear if I wanted to say something about the ref.
But you couldn't. Right, you didn't want to say it to him.
I'd say it to Quentin.
Yeah, there you go.
Or Nick Johnson, and I'd pull my ear, and Quentin, you know, it was one of them started agreeing with me. Yeah, he is blinded, dummy.
Oh, no.
I said, no, you're not supposed to do that.
Ear,
you're
no,
not part of the conversation.
You listen. That's good. Good stuff. Let's take a break. We'll come back more with Coach Greg Hudson. Of course, Hoosier has got a question for you regarding Notre Dame's quarterback.
I have no idea.
All right, well, asked and answered. I'll bring it up when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry. Dentistry.
Have you tried the new boneless wings from Wings Over Greenville? That's right, Wings Over has all new boneless wings. These juicy, crunchy boneless wings are available in any of their 17 bold flavors, from sweet and tangy to fiery hot. Every craving is covered. And just like in February, Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new boneless wings. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
Enjoy the warm air, circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Have you heard? Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by today for lunch specials for only $8.99 with delicious features like chicken pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger steak, and everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Rhonda with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. We are super excited about the Pirate baseball team. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women, and we have a lot of new purple and gold in the store right now from popular brands like Johnny O, Peter Millar, Duckhead, and Gentile. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. We look forward to serving you, our Pirate friends and customers, at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation. This is Lady Pirate Marissa, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now back into PRO. Here's Clip.
All right, Will, can you give me some old-school guitar NCAA tournament basketball music, please?
Can give me 1
I need it now, man.
Where is Wes?
Well, yeah, there it is. Bring back the guitar. Coach Hud, you asked who will be winning our bracket challenge. The answer is me. If Houston wins. If not, it'll be Hayden.
I got Florida.
You are not. Why didn't you get a bracket in?
I didn't know about it. I do have a phone.
Didn't know about it. Did I not tell you to send me a bracket and we'd get you on? We'd get you in?
No. I have one here on my phone just to show it.
You got the Gators winning it all?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
I told you I went with the adversity pick after the...
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Even though, really, you know who I'd like to see win it is Auburn.
Bruce Pearl?
Yeah.
You like Pearl?
Mm-hmm. And Barkley.
Terrible.
Wonder what he's...
What about Kelvin Sampson? You like Kelvin Sampson?
Yeah. A lot.
Seems like a lot of folks like him.
Yeah.
He had his adversity with the texting stuff at Indiana when we were first learning how to text people.
Yeah,
he got in trouble for that.
That's so stupid.
And credit to John Shire and what he has built at Duke, Cooper Flag, Knipple, and I can't wait.
Boy, they're big.
Dude, I was gonna get. They were. You don't see a lot of Duke teams that bully the opponent. They shoot threes and stuff. They bullied Alabama.
I think Shire's a little bit of a sheet's head, isn't he?
In what way?
I just think he played with a chip, didn't he?
Yeah, I've heard some stories.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly was talking about him.
Yeah, good.
Calling him. What were they calling him? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I need to. I'll look it up. But yeah, they said he would go. Patrick Beverly was like this guy. He was from Chicago, I guess, and like he would go to the gyms where they played the real physical ball.
Yeah.
And Shire was
There's no joke in that town.
right. Yeah. Will and Hud had a good toughness discussion last week. Do y'all want to pick back up on that?
Sure.
It was,
I'm just going to read you some numbers, and I'm
not. Wait. Let me start with. Don't say anything about a player's performance that wouldn't you say in front of them.
All right, I'm not going to say anything about a particular player's performance. I'm going to read you some numbers, and
But numbers don't equate to toughness.
he's got a presentation, coach. He's been putting it together all week.
I'm just gonna read some numbers,
all right.
and I'm not gonna tell you which team is which. You might be able to figure it out, but I want you to tell me based on the numbers who sounds.
Go back. You'd like me to.
Who sounds like they played the more physical game?
No.
Oh boy.
The tough.
Oh boy.
The tough or less tough game.
Turnovers, 9 turnovers to 3 turnovers. Assists, 12 turnovers to 15 turnovers.
Wait, what?
Wait. I'm lost on my evaluation of toughness on those two. I'd put.
Did I say turnovers twice?
Yeah,
all right,
you did.
Yeah.
9 turnovers to 3 turnovers.
And then
what do
assists.
turnovers have to do with?
He'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, we'll take your questions after the numbers.
Well, I'm confused already in my evaluation.
All right. I'm going to disclaim this too. I'm reading one column to another. So if you hear one column with more on the
go
left,
over the 3-pointers on who
and rebounds.
No, it was all about shooting threes, and the rebounds were not discussed.
Rebounds 34 to 40, blocks 2 to 4.
We're still. I'm
steals
confused again. My variables are off.
3 to 7, and fouls 9 to 16. I'm not really counting those, but
that could be bad athlete.
In
honky chick.
All right, turnovers 9 to 3. Who do you think had 9?
I don't even know who we're talking about.
Tennessee and Houston.
I don't even know which team we're talking about.
The game that we debated.
Tennessee.
What was that? I couldn't.
Tennessee and Houston.
Oh, okay.
9 to 3 turnover margin.
Houston.
Tennessee had 9. Houston had 3. Assists 12 to 15. Who do you think had 15?
The team that won. We
right.
got that, Will.
What I'm saying is.
No, what you're saying is that you've changed your interpretation to get more variables in here.
I will say, last week we talked about 3-pointers. You haven't even brought the. Are you going to bring?
I am. That's where I'm going next.
Okay.
No, that's where you start.
I'm starting with things that I did not talk about to prove. You'll hear.
Your Honor, these are leading questions, Your Honor.
Tennessee
do not have anything to.
Committed more turnovers, less assists.
I object.
Less rebounds.
I object.
Had
Gregory,
less blocks.
I'm going to hold you in contempt of court.
Hostile witness.
Less blocks, less steals, and went 5 of 29 from 3.
Oof.
Yeah, they did. They were like Rex Chapman, but still
individual player numbers, no names.
5 for 29, but still firing it.
No names, just numbers. 1 for 9, 4 for 18, 2 for 5, 6 of 12, not bad. 0 for 4, and then everybody else only took 1 or 2 shots or none.
When is the in conclusion?
In conclusion, in every marginalized stat that you take a margin on that determines who got more blocks, steals, who played better defense, Houston outdid Tennessee in every facet of the game. And if you watch the game,
now we're getting to a variable I can evaluate.
There's no way that
I can
you watch
use
that
my
game.
eyes, not math.
And this is my last point. If you watch the game, you can, and you honestly say to me that Tennessee looked like a tough physical team, we didn't watch the same game.
And I would tell you, you don't know what Sheetz drive-through is, or Sheetz crackers and Sheetz gasoline.
I mean, that's fair.
Of toughness.
But I'm just going
Not
off of what I
even close.
watched.
Matter of fact, my opinion has gotten even worse of your evaluation of toughness, because you had to sugarcoat it with all this other bull crap instead of just get to the meat and potatoes. Are you tough or not?
Tennessee is not.
Because they shoot 3-pointers is why
No.
you're saying. No. Go to the tape. What do you say? Go to cut 3.
I feel like
It was about 3-pointers. That's
Well,
what
I
it
can
was.
get to that too. Tennessee
No, it
passed
ain't-
up
it ain't
looks in the
about-
lane
it ain't
multiple
about
times again.
2. It's about 3-pointers.
Right. They
Well,
went
then
5
why
of
just-
29 for
we
3, which
said
is their
2.
cop out
Isn't
for
that
not
like
being able to
also?
get in the
There
lane.
is no also. There's 1 point. Toughness.
They went 5 of 29 for 3 because they passed up open looks in the paint because they couldn't drive in on Houston.
Man.
It was the same thing they did when they played Florida.
I'm still lost on the toughness point. I don't know what that means. But
Will-
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Will, you were right. I mean, Houston won the game, and
because they play a
and
more
we know
physical,
that they
tougher style.
the style that they play. Yes,
Right.
they
inflicted
get after it.
they imposed their physical will on Tennessee.
Now we're talking about Will. The only thing you know about Will is the one that's written for the dead person.
And his name's Will.
Probably misspell it.
I would like to review the tape because this is 2 straight weeks where you've talked about.
It just went to a presentation
where you've talked about them giving up wide open looks through the lane. I don't know if that's true.
Against
I
Florida,
know they settle for some shots, but I don't know about how many wide open lanes they have, and they're scared to take it inside.
Against Florida, when you get to the weak side of the defense, which is what Tennessee was trying to do, they were trying to screen to the weak side, get Zakai Ziegler and Chaz Lanier looks on the weak side, where they could drive in, and the big would have to come from the other block. So essentially, that's an open lane. If you're on the weak side and you're looking to get the big to come from block to contest your shot, that's an open look.
I
When
gotta
you're
start
driving,
wearing cowboy boots when he talks, because there's a lot of bullshits coming around.
I mean, look, to Will's point.
Who did you get this? What analyst did you get all this info?
Myself, I watched the game.
I feel like I don't love your argument, but if you just come out and say Houston is a tough, physical, scrappy team, then yeah, I'm
my
100%
argument is
with
that
you.
Tennessee isn't.
Right, and that's
remember,
the crux.
And the coach drew the play up and said, shoot it. So, in essence, the coach is the non-tough person.
Well, Rick Barnes has never made a Final Four, so maybe that
is true as well.
Maybe that is
And
the
you've
piece
never
of the
coached
argument.
a game, period.
Hey,
we talked about Rick Barnes. Now I can get in there now.
You better relax, Kim Mulkey. Don't give me the how many Final Fours you played in.
That's right.
Hey, how many Final Fours?
Which I've played in the same amount as Rick Barnes, so maybe we're the same amount of qualified to talk about Final Fours.
Oh man. All right. Have we settled anything?
No.
Does anybody feel good?
I feel great
All
because
right.
I know what toughness is.
I can't
And
argue.
it's
He
not
coached
$2,
football.
It's
I
a
can coach
$2
football.
steak.
Who wins the toughness battle between Houston and Duke? I want to say Houston wins it over anyone, but after watching Duke bully Alabama, it makes me nervous.
Duke is just so long.
Big,
You
yeah.
just bump
This isn't
into
a
them,
game.
and they don't even want you to bump into them. Their arms are sticking out.
Do they have guys that can stop those lobs that we saw countless times against Alabama?
No, but they're gonna have to let Duke do that and take away everything else.
Does Houston have players that can dunk a basketball?
They do.
And they can stop
They
a
got
lob.
5 of them. Yeah.
And they can stop a lob.
Yeah, but that guy catching the lob is 7'2".
Hit him and give him the flicker.
The guy catching the ball is 9 feet in the
They
air.
work. Hey, you think that the alley-oop is it stopped before the alley-oop?
Hud, you like to slap and punch every now and then. I don't want you to show the people what a flicker is. So I'm going to sit over here.
Just give him the flicker.
I'm staying away from the flicker.
How many times do you think a guy's gone for an alley-oop and somebody inadvertently stepped on the top of his playing shoe?
Mike P said, why are we talking about Barnes? He's not the best March coach ever. That's Izzo. I can't wait to watch him play in the Final Four this weekend. Mike P and I are
I don't get the whole January, February Izzo
I agree.
argument.
They haven't won a championship since 2000.
He's a great coach.
He is.
He's a freaking great human being, too.
He's a great coach.
I like Tom Izzo. Every interview, I have nothing negative to say. I just don't get the whole best coach in March.
It's and I think it was given to him early, and we just kind of stick with it.
At that time, he was.
Yeah. Well, who's the best coach in March now?
I mean,
Dan Hurley.
Right now, yeah, he had this. What did he go 12-1?
Yeah. Todd Golden, I think,
That's
will
crazy.
be from Florida.
I'm interested to see what he builds there. Like, does that thing keep rolling?
Where?
I mean,
Golden at Florida.
He had some tough breaks the last 2 years that I think we would look at Florida as a.
They can get dudes.
Yeah, and they're always deep. They just had a couple tough breaks.
They can get play.
What'd you think of Buzz Williams at all?
No.
I know his buddy Steve Rockefort, former ECU assistant, who's with Buzz, and I'm probably going
He split, didn't he?
Yeah, he likes to split.
Hey, you know what? He's smart. Stay ahead of the posse.
He is going to Maryland. Coach Mack said, you want to be in the SEC or Big Ten. He's leaving the SEC and going to the Big Ten. Yeah. That's where the money is.
Wait, is he from the East Coast?
Where is Buzz Williams from? He's been at Virginia Tech. He's been at Marquette. He's been at A&M. No relation to Gary Williams. He's only 52. He's coached a lot of places for 52.
He's from Texas.
He's been at, he's from Greenville, Texas. Yeah. New Orleans, Marquette, Virginia Tech, A&M, Maryland.
Dude, he went to A&I Kingsville, and those are the Javelinas. That's down in
the what?
Texas.
Javelinas. That's cool.
That's the Javelinas.
Now, what is that? What is a javelina?
I have no idea.
It looks like some sort of razorback type thing.
Probably
or something.
Something running around in the Texas heat.
Texas A&M Kingsville. That's his. That's where he went.
I know a guy that coached there.
I know you do.
Juan Castile.
That's not a real person.
Google it. C-A-S-T. Juan Castile. Just put in coach. He just was at.
Is it like that?
Castile. There he is. Juan used to come up and visit Notre Dame when I was Joe Moore's GA. He's coached.
I feel like I've heard of him.
He's gone all over the NFL. He's a great coach.
He is okay. He was with Washington. That's why I've heard of him. 22 and 23.
He got in probably in the early 90s with the Eagles because Billy, God, what was his name? His son's now the head coach of Texas? No.
You talking about Sarkeesian's Texas? Who's
Billy Napier from Florida?
No, I'm talking pro football because were those.
All right.
Was the head coach at Nebraska at one time?
Pelini?
No, before him.
There was Osborne to Pelini, right? Let's look at Nebraska coaches.
His son's a head coach now in the NFL, I think.
Oh, Bill Callahan?
Yeah, Billy Callahan. Billy Callahan was the offensive line coach, and Juan got on with him because Callahan used to come visit South Bend when he was Barry Alvarez's offensive line.
You're like the. Have you ever watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Really funny show.
I've heard it is.
But the meme of Charlie in front of the conspiracy board, HUD's like, and this guy Callahan was here.
They're all connected.
And he was here.
You would need a big board.
Let's get another break in. We'll have our Fleet Feet rundown and more with Coach HUD as we connect the dots
on toughness
and talk toughness.
Toughness, effort. That's all you need.
By the way, this is wrestling. We all set this up. This ends with a HUD Will wrestling match at the Greenville Civic Center. Later on, this one more match for Greg Hudson. He's coming out of retirement.
No. Can't even tie my shoes.
Back with you.
Wear slides.
Back with you after this.
The date is set, and the time is now to make plans to join us for the Greenville's Art Bowl of the Year on Saturday, April 26th at the Hilton. The Greenville Museum of Art invites you to its premiere event featuring live music from train wreck, fine dining, dancing, and auctions. For tickets and more information, go to gmoa.org/art-ball. Join the celebration.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, why should people use QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So we've helped about 50,000 patients get back to an active and pain-free life without surgery, without drugs, and without downtime. We leverage your body's own natural growth and healing properties to not only repair damaged tissue, but generate new.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
UBE and PirateWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here. The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Chris Johnson, CJ2K. You listen to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 5th Street is thrilled to announce the Mountain Music Festival is back and better than ever. This April 12th, join 5th Street Hardware as they rally for Western North Carolina with a day full of live music from noon to 10 p.m. But that's not all. Get ready for silent auction items, a dunk tank, and tons of fun activities all day long. It's an event you won't want to miss. And guess what? Pirate Radio's very own Chandler will be there, emceeing alongside Brian Bailey to keep the energy high and the vibes rolling. So mark your calendars for April 12th, and we'll see you at 5th Street Hardware for a day of unforgettable music and fun. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. Shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is a game day at UBE. Now back into clip.
Good point, Greg Hudson. Looking at Notre Dame's schedule, top heavy with no. They got Miami, Texas A&M to open, and then you know what they got, Coach? A get-right game.
Get right.
They got Purdue. They got the Boilers.
And the Purdue boys have to drive to that one to get right.
How about this? I was going to say non-conference schedule. They're not in a conference. So.
In Arkansas.
But seeing Arkansas and Boise is a little different on a Notre Dame schedule.
Yeah. We used to play Alabama in the regular season when I was there.
The Wolfpack.
Arkansas is going to line up and try to run the ball 50 times.
Pittman's still there, right?
Yeah. Sweet Sammy P. still there.
And USC, of course. Navy, of course. BC's on there a lot. And then you got Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford to wrap it up. Is that USC game early? Isn't it usually later in the year?
No, it's in October, mid-October, when USC comes to South Bend. They wouldn't. They're like, we're not coming in November. When they did the contract back with
10-4. So if it's at USC, is it later in the year? Or?
Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay, there you go. All right, we get our Fleet Feet rundown. East Carolina coming off 5 straight baseball wins, Coach Hood. Undefeated in conference play, 20-10. Your guy got a save. I texted you the other night.
Yes, thank you for that.
Who's your speaking of grandpas, we'll talk grandpas in a moment, but you met a player's grandfather, Pruitt. Yeah, Brad Pruitt's grandfather.
Brad.
There you go. And speaking of grandpas, you said you had an old moment when you went to South Bend.
Man.
And I think you brought it up so I could connect some dots, and I failed you on that. I did blow it. But Notre Dame has a quarterback with the last name of Carr.
Yes.
You said
I met him, C.J. Carr, and I said, "Oh, nice to meet you. I coached against your grandpa."
And that, of course, is Lloyd
And then
Carr.
when you are a grandpa yourself, you go, "I'm a grandpa. That means I'm probably officially old." And then you say to a kid in college, "I coached against your grandpa. And I was recruited by your grandpa's mentor." I even knew that guy, Bo Beckler.
Are we at a midlife crisis, Hud, or are we
thinking of going to get a Corvette? Yeah.
Break out the hog again, man. The motorcycle.
You know, there's a couple here in town I can ride. They're going to become like Harleys are going to be like boats to me. It's better to have somebody that has one that's
right
at any time.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about. But Jamie was asking about another Notre Dame quarterback. Let's see, what is the name of that kid?
He played a little last year. He's pretty good.
Angeli, I believe he said.
He's a good player.
So do they have? They are going to have for the first time in a while a 6-year guy starting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Non-6-year guy. Yeah. Yeah, they'll have potentially a teenager.
Mike P requests you stay close to the mic so we can hear you.
Shut up, Mike.
Okay. Jamie says, what degree did Coach Hud graduate with from Notre Dame?
Physics.
How do you utilize that in your everyday life?
I didn't get a physics degree.
Wait, are you working with the space station?
I have an undergraduate in sociology major. I have a minor in business administration, and I have a master's in education and counseling.
This man's got degrees. C's get degrees. Were you an honor roll guy?
It was an honor to finish. Last in medical school, still a doctor. That's my philosophy.
All right. Will and Logan got some, they want to do some on this day in sports. Let me pull up some of those and see if I can make them in trivia form because I love trivia. We'll find out what's going on this day in sports, brought to you by Ron Ayers Motorsports. There's a spot you can go, Hud, check out some equipment. Oh, I just saw a good athlete's name.
Who?
All right. Oh, and on this day in 1991,
boy,
this multi-sport athlete signed a 1-year contract with the Chicago White Sox.
Bo Jackson.
That would be Bo. Greg knows Bo.
Yes, I do.
Coach Hud, on this day in 1989, Michigan. Oh, I'm going to do a two-parter here. Michigan won the championship. Who was named most outstanding player?
Ron Woodson?
No, basketball. On this day.
Oh, the point guard.
No. Talking about Ramil Robinson. It was a small forward. Who is it, Will?
Glenn Rice.
Glenn Rice.
Oh, Glenn Rice.
Yep. Now they beat Seton Hall.
And he never looked like a player.
He was never chiseled.
He was always fat.
Yeah.
Looked fat.
And could absolutely drain
Ball.
it. Who coached Seton Hall in that loss? Do you know that one?
Louis Konosaki.
Nah, he was St. John's.
Oh,
but you're kind of on the right track.
Then he went to the Nets.
Yep, and then he got choked out by Latrell Sprewell.
Got choked out by Sprewell. He had the beard too.
And now he's on Pirate Radio a lot doing color analysis. And his name is
Pirate Radio
for our Westwood One coverage. Really? Like he doesn't come in the building. Yeah, he does a lot of analysis work. He's on the radio a lot.
Man, it's killing me.
I have it, but
PJ
Carlissimo.
Nets legend, kind of.
Damn. But I knew who it was, just couldn't get it out. I had the last letter right.
I like that you said Louis Carnesecca first.
Yeah, that's straight to the sweater.
Because that was some old Big
How
East.
about Patino wearing the same sweater that Louis
That was cool.
That was pretty sweet.
Very cool. Let's see. Now on this day in 1995.
95. Where was I? That's how I got to remember. Okay, go ahead.
This is a tough one. Who was the coach of UCLA when they won the championship when they beat Arkansas?
Levine. I had the slick back hair.
I think it was before him.
Nope, 95. He was a young guy.
Nope.
Because he had the guy that Ed O'Bannon.
You're talking about Steve Lavin.
Steve Lavin. Ed O'Bannon.
Yeah, but he got there. He might have been an assistant on that team.
Might be right.
Because I'm pretty sure. See, he took over right after then. It was Jim Herrick.
Jeez, that's right.
But Lavin took over the next year.
At like Pitt?
I want to say he went to Georgia.
Yeah, that's where he went.
Jim Herrick. I feel like he got in some trouble too. But then again, doesn't everybody?
I have a Reds on this day.
Oh, what do you got?
On this day in 2006, on opening day, which president threw out the first pitch?
Well,
in 06, Bush.
Because Cincinnati did open up the season. W?
Yeah, President Bush.
Wait, just the other day they showed Reds opening day, and it was also on the same date that the umpire died of the heart attack right there at home plate.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Took 2 steps and collapsed. Had a doctor's appointment the next day.
Man, brutal. All right, let's do one more.
On this day.
The hockey one.
Oh, I'm out.
What do you got?
On this day in 1977, this NHL team became the first team to win 60 games in a season.
What year?
1977.
I'm going to say the Canadiens, just because they're always like old. It's the Montreal. All right. This is for Will and Hud and Logan if he wants to participate. On this day in 2007, the Tennessee Volunteers won the women's championship. She was named the most outstanding player. Now you can see her on March Madness coverage.
Couldn't tell you.
It's too early for Andrea Carter, right?
I don't know who that is.
Well, she was at Tennessee and won.
But I do know who Candace Parker is. Candace Parker is the answer.
Freaking good.
All right, let's take our final break. We'll come back, wrap it up on this day. Brought to you by Ron Ayers Motorsports.
So how's he do the play-by-play? Is it from TV?
PJ Carlissimo does color on radio for some tournament games.
Now, but he's not in the building.
I believe so.
But you said for
Westwood One's coverage, which goes out nationally. Yeah, we get it here. We carry the games on Pirate Radio. I like PJ Carlissimo. Weird deal when he got choked by Latrell Sprewell.
That was sort of the end.
Yeah. Yep, I would say. Back with you after this.
Listen to him after that.
Ahoy Greenville! Prepare to set sail for the 18th annual Pirate Fest on Saturday, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Greenville Town Common. The festivities begin at 11 a.m. with the Parade of Pirates. Then beginning at 1 p.m., it's great beach music from the Embers. At 3 p.m., Cooper Greer takes the stage. And at 5 p.m., it's Captain Mike and Shipwrecked with a Jimmy Buffett tribute. Visit our unique food trucks, eclectic vendors, and immerse yourself in pirate festivities. For more details, visit piratefestnc.com.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. If you're looking online, one website covers both locations. It's driveherenow.com.
Right. We're the driveherenow.com family between our two locations here in Greenville. I can take you to either website at gmcapproved.com or greenvilleautoworld.net. And yeah, you can see all our inventory there. A lot of stuff says coming soon as we're getting new stuff, but be on the lookout for anything you need.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. We will earn your trust and business one vehicle at a time.
Have you tried the new boneless wings from Wings Over Greenville? That's right. Wings Over has all new boneless wings. These juicy, crunchy boneless wings are available in any of their 17 bold flavors, from sweet and tangy to fiery hot. Every craving is covered. And just like in February, Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new boneless wings. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Pirate Radio, where the heart of Greenville lives. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was the big story today in national news. It was a rough day for the stock market. The Dow was down 1,679 points and finished at 40,545. The NASDAQ dropped 1,050 points at 16,550, and the S&P fell 274 points at 5,396. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Enjoyed it, Hud.
Me too. Good time to buy some stocks.
Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Will. Shirley, we'll see you tomorrow. How about 3 o'clock?
Sounds like a plan to me, Stan.
All right. Coach Hud, we'll see you next week right here in the studio. Who's going to be cutting down the nets Monday night?
I got Florida.
Go Gator. All right, he's going with the Gators. Hud, what is your message to the people?
Be nice.
There you go. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
And be tough.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and